10% off all the
Sweet.
All the TBNation gear, some of the new shirts we got too. You'll see some pictures of that. We got some more coming in the next day or two. So 10% off. Just use code PB
All right.
Is that good? This is good. This is good. You want me to get more there? Nope.
What is going on here?
That's what he would do to me.
Oh. Yes, we are. Yeah, so if you guys can refrain from doing inappropriate,
Yeah, refrain from
intimate things, then you know.
So it looks like the whole
Hey guys, what's going on? Fishing and with Goran. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, it's been a rough few days. Some stuff probably a little hard to stream live, but don't worry, we got it on video. So we'll be posting it later in a much more YouTube appropriate fashion. Some things are said that don't need. So anyways, long story short, we are on the cusp of finishing the deck and finishing the sides, and we think this is a really good time to show you this part, because after this we start to turf and we start to add some custom things that obviously if we skipped all of this and then showed you that, it would make not a whole lot of sense. But these are the lids. This is a really gigantic deck. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this deck will fish 3 people like nothing. It is a pretty serious gigantic deck. Yes it is. We have our hatches powder coated and supported. We are Ryan and Chris and I think a lot of people. We're in the middle of the plumbing. John here almost caught an 8-pound frogfish on a spinning reel, but I think he knows now. You had a bait caster that got him in. All I'm saying, you got a bait caster and 80-pound braid, 80-pound Power Pro would have got him in. Oh no! All right, we got that in. We got the plumbing in. Can you give me that file with the red tape? Yeah. Since we don't have any. No, that's the door opener. Since until we get latches.
So it doesn't scratch right there.
Yeah.
The live well.
All right, it still looks fairly the same, except for we now have the plumbing. We have the overflow. They're over there cutting. We've been cutting. We've been making a giant mess over here, to the point where we had to clean up. Yeah. Yes, free ball. It's definitely 1652. It for sure is that.
It's a big boat. Look at that deck.
It's a big boat.
It's a helicopter landing pad for that deck.
And those are the Keeples over there. Say hi. They're here. They're the ones who let us come out here and do this. And this is their boat. Is that the tag?
Yeah. That's
Monarch.
The tag. That's the one we're gonna
Yep. It says 1652 right there. Look at that.
The original.
Monarch Boat Co. Monticello.
652. Model 652.
Models. Yeah, look at that. That's what it is. There's not much more we know about it, but we do know it's that.
Well, it's seen a lot of good use. I mean, it's seen planting brush piles and planting everything, building stuff on the lake.
Hey guys, by the way, if you're here in the live, get a like, hit it up so we can get this chat going. It helps us. It helps us trend the chat. Trend the live stream. Live streams without likes don't grow at all. They just stay. They stay nowhere. By the way, we're having Q&A. So if you guys have any questions about this, you guys have got questions about anything coming up, and also we are having a 10% off sale on our website the whole week, TBNation.net. The promo code is PB Lodge.
PB Lodge at TBNation.net.
At TBNation.net. Off anything here, anything you see. I mean, some really good things is that aluminum transom. That was sweet. Which
Yeah, it looks sweet, man.
we had somebody who came by as a mobile welder, and he came and he tigged that thing up. Remember, we put the new cap on, which Chris came and painted. We tigged that thing up. We had another big thing. I want to show you guys something interesting if we can find it. I don't know if it got scrapped. Did we throw away the piece up the front?
No, it's up there on the right hand side. I think it's still over right
Is
by
it?
the bucket, maybe.
Where?
By this bucket over here.
Did we threw it away? Huh?
Oh no! You guys threw it away.
No.
Oh.
I really wanted to show him that.
I don't know where that's at.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
I think it is floating around here somewhere.
I thought we took.
Well, anyways, check this out. Sorry for the shaking. I promise you I'll get it. All right, guys, 40 people in the chat, only 17 likes. So get them up here. Anyways, check this out. See, what we have here is remnants of what we were trying to look for and show you, but but what was here is a brand new sheet of aluminum on top of the parent hull, and we had to cut that out. This had been, I guess, what did you call it? Booger welded? What'd you say? What did you say it was? It was just, there was attempts at welding it.
There was a good attempt at welding it, all right?
Is a good attempt, and then none of them.
It was cool, though, the best you can
No, I said before this, today was great. No, but there was and we always had to cut that out. And so we're going to have somebody come by again, and they're going to split this and scissor it up kind of like they did here over the parent metal here. But we have this big sheet to kind of replace that because there was a big, giant, ever-increasing hole where the initial pad I used to be.
The TIG welder broke.
Yeah, the TIG welder kind of, but John saved the day. So he brought his welder, and
No plug.
and we had no 220 amp plug, and then we had a mobile welder come by with a 220 amp generator and no welder. So we stuck them together, and we made
Perfect timing.
one deal here, and that actually fixed the boat. Got it ready. It's bouncing a little bit because it's not on the rock. We haven't pushed back.
Yeah, the boat usually sits in.
Yeah, it sits pretty.
On the it doesn't have a trailer actually because it sits usually at the dock.
This is a Triton trailer.
There's a Triton
It's
trailer
not.
sitting on.
This is this for a 12-foot bass boat.
Yeah.
18-foot bass boat. It's not meant for this. It's
But it
funny.
works. Puts it in here so
So guys, hit that like button.
All right, and then we got fat fingers. I need the lid opener. Yeah. We also got this cooler.
Check out the electrical panel.
Is this the way it opens?
Yeah.
Got this cooler. We have tape over there. That way, anything we're doing, like all that stuff. If you're doing this mod, put tape over all the drains.
Yeah.
'Cause metal shavings will go in everything.
Yep,
It is
cover your
just the
drains
way it
up.
is. It's just the way it is. We are currently working on shaping and forming this piece to fit the way all this is. This is all 090. This is the electric panel we ran.
Chris Simmons.
It is super.
Jon Boat's ATF hybrid grade.
Ah! Sorry.
Baddest mofos on the planet.
Right. This is it's super basic. Not completely tied in yet. But but this is more minimalistic. We didn't go too crazy here. Just the bare minimum. We got a 12 gang. This is a little different. This one we're running, this one actually has light indicators, which fuse blows. So
It's the Sea-Dog LED fuse block.
Sea-Dog LED fuse block, and it's on our website as well. And we will probably likely, when we edit this stream, we'll tag it in there. There's a custom PB Lodge switch panel made by Dallas, the guy who makes all our custom switch panels. You can get custom switch panels on our site made to order with your logo. So you got a YouTube name, you got an Instagram handle, whatever. You got your own business, put it on there. And the lever tent, that's a new one, right? That's updated.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
that looks-
they've updated the design.
That
on
looks pretty nice. And that does look better than before. And we also use a different cutoff switch, mainly because it's what we had.
Yeah, that's
But it honestly,
Yeah, the one we usually use that is.
It honestly looks
I like
better.
this one more, yeah.
I like this one more. It's a little bit more low profile and flat. And then not much else to look at on here until like we're done. But we're gonna get to turfing. We have where's the piece of the turf? Over there?
yeah.
Let's go check that out.
Charcoal.
Shark. So
Peak route.
I know a lot of people don't like. I get questions. Is it too dark? What do you guys think?
In the sunshine, it gets a lot lighter.
It does.
Some of those colors in the sun, it becomes way lighter than
It does. I know this phone is not doing it justice, but it does look really good. In fact, I'm gonna actually probably do my parent boat, my personal.
What we found out
With
in South
this.
Carolina is it doesn't get hot on your feet.
Yeah. Also, what we found out, straight black EVA foam doesn't even get hot. And you would think EVA, if it was black, it would get really hot. It doesn't. It's actually very strange. We found that out in South Carolina, right?
Yep. South Carolina.
Where there.
What time of year?
where they
was
were-
it? Was that July?
Wow, yeah, July.
Yeah, it was July.
Yeah, and there was no shortage of heat there.
Yeah.
And we were all dying. And we were on the water, we were still dying. And then,
That humidity was.
do you want to show them the panels? Should we show the panels?
Yeah, show them that we.
So,
We can't show them all up
Okay.
yet, but we can show
so
them.
what we're going to show you is what Ryan did. This is his idea. And he put this in his last build. His last completed build is he frosted plexiglass. Dang, that looks good. Did you read?
That's actually
That looks-
sanded, not frosted with 80.
80 grit, then
80
20
grit.
grit.
And
Oh, so you got,
Sanding.
so before you frosted it, and now you just sanded it.
Yeah.
That's what sanded paper
Yeah,
looks like.
beautiful, dude.
It looks like you frosted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks,
Both sides.
it looks really darn good. Okay, and so when that's backed with LEDs, because we're gonna set this right here, just to give you, we're gonna,
Actually, if we can get Nate's turned on, we can show what it looks like.
We can get-
in front of his boat. Navigation lights.
oh, you want the lights? How about we just flash a phone? Anybody got a phone? Like a phone with it, just flash phone lights behind it? Okay, here.
You got a flashlight.
Let's see if we can rig this, guys. Oh, you got a flash? That's way better. That's way better.
This way.
So let's switch that around. So switch that around.
I'll hold it, you hold the flashlight.
There it is.
Here, put the bottom of it on the deck.
Right here,
Behind it.
like
See if
that.
we can hold it on like. Hey, Chris, can you hit those lights?
Yep.
And this is good. Look at that.
That's pretty.
Beautiful.
And that'll flash through with the color of LEDs that we want. And those will actually be, these will be attaching right in there. Both of them on the sidewalls. Which is a really cool idea. I wish I had thought of it. Then that's what we got going on. We're down to the wire. We're down to the nitty gritty. We got the panel in. We have wiring ran. We just got to really tie up. And like I said before, you know, so many things. The hardest part of finishing a boat is when you think you're about done. So we thought we were about done today.
We'll pull up the comments on another phone and see.
And
if
we
anybody's
did.
got any comments and we can answer any questions.
Okay.
you might have.
Okay, fishing with Nate.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments.
What's going on live? Life on the compound. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Where's the electrical at? Matt, did you see it earlier, or did you just come into the chat? By the way, guys, if you were in here, hit a like. Likes are free. Let me see if we can get you here. I can scroll down one of these. Furman, when are you going to be here? You going to be here when? Eric's going to come here pretty soon. This is the electric. Pretty simple compared to what we have done before. Once we get it cleaned out, though, but it's going to do everything it needs to do. 6 switches is all we need, plus a USB port, plus all the major stuff, plus instant access to the fuses. We have it on a drain tube. This is a dry track. We'll be. I hear my own voice. Just kind of lower that. Just lower that. But it sounds good audio. The audio sounds good. Did it sound good?
Yeah.
Because these iPhones, if it's on a Droid, it wouldn't sound that good. I'm just gonna tell you. Just gonna,
Adam is up pulling video off the GoPro from earlier this morning. So that's where Adam is at right now.
Yeah, Adam has been recording. He's been our save. We all come here with like huge high motivations, like we're gonna record everything, and then it gets a little dirty,
Yeah, Adam.
and then we get a little burnt. Batteries start dying. I had 2 GoPros die on me. 2.
Why do you leave a recessed area in the middle of your builds?
What do you mean
Talking about
that?
the cockpit area,
This
mainly for just kind of a sense of security, throwing fish in there.
is it harder with decking that is pre-routed? I think so, but I mean, I'd have several people here that would argue against that. What do you guys prefer, line turf, or do you prefer like the straight matted turf that you would route?
Anything but lines.
Yeah, I was just saying.
For install purposes, I think the lines look the best,
Yeah.
but
It's the
installing
hardest
lines
to
is
install.
the hardest thing to do right
Right.
there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now.
Especially if your boat's not straight.
I'm glad that I'm not installing it personally. I do not want to install that. What's up, man?
Elliot asked, is it
It's
harder
straight, you
decking
count it in one
with
thing.
that pre-router? Is it harder?
Yeah, that's what we were answering with this stuff. And the general consensus from people who have tried it is yes. Now, I personally, you guys know me. I went on my whole little custom route kick, and I've been on it ever since. So I've never actually touched line foam. No, that's a lie. I did do it. I did it on a tracker. You need like a lot of sheets though. Nick had it for 4 sheets, and we needed like 6 or 7 sheets. So if you don't have enough sheets to fix whatever you might need to cut, because there'd be whole parts of the sheets you're just gonna have to throw away. You're just gonna have to throw the whole sheet, like, so you got a piece like this, and then you have to make some odd weird cut, and then half the sheet's unusable after that. And you just have to throw it away. So you need like extra sheets.
The lines limit you a lot.
The lines limit you a lot. The good thing about this though is when it's on here, say you mess up a part of it, you can actually just cut down the line and reinsert a strip. Or reinsert a whole strip of 3 or a whole half. That is what's really good about the line turf, is you can cut it out in strips and re-stick new stuff on, and you can't tell the difference. And you cannot do that if you write your own custom deck. You got to rip off the whole panel, or sometimes the whole deck.
And that'll be a headache.
Yeah, it's a very big headache. It ain't good. But aside that, I mean, I've only used this stuff once, and that was on the V18, where we had not enough turf, and we had not enough time. But with enough turf and enough time, we can make this boat look amazing. Chris, you installed this on your boat, right?
I did.
Chris made a mud boat.
And I will never do it again.
Why would you?
Because, like, all right, so on my boat, I picked what I thought was going to be the center of the boat and started working out from there. Well, the center line of my boat is completely twisted.
Oh.
So, from, you know, my deck is about this size, and when you start at one end, and by the time you get to the other end,
Mm-hmm.
if it's just a little off, the entire boat is off. And there's really no way to fix it once you stick it down. It's,
So-
Y'all made a fun side of it, because it wasn't good and square. Yeah. That was above the water line, and it never leaves. Boats are the same way.
Oh no, I mean,
Just hit.
I just want to let you know that it's not going to be me installing the turf. I might install, but definitely.
You can see the blow up and not the fish. Oh, got a big fish for him.
Dang.
Let's see. Let's see the blow up.
Dude, that's huge.
That's all I got.
That was it?
That was it. Oh, you didn't let him suck it in. You're supposed to wait till he pulls.
Everyone pointed the guy. No.
Who lost the biggest fish of the day? Right
That
there.
guy. This is what happened. So we went up to it on the boat, and the guide is trying to find it in the grass, and then I put my rod down.
Yeah, I'm sure Billy's gonna love that shot.
That's the frog. The frog just pops out.
I'm pretty sure you pulled it out of the mouth because Nate paid him to do that.
Yeah, it's all a giant conspiracy that Nate tipped off the guide
Nate tipped off the guide.
to not let us catch anything.
Oh, yeah.
You might lose the door and make sure before you start.
All right. So no gators in here though, right? Okay. All right. All right. No surprises here. No surprises here. All right. You guys got any questions? We're live for questions.
Justin, thanks for joining in. Yeah, if anybody's got questions on the bills, let us know. We'll make sure to answer them tonight. Also, give us a thumbs up. Helps the live chat and everything there. Get to reach more people. More people learn about continuing to build out here at TB Love.
All right, guys.
Ask some questions.
I'll put it out here. So I'm a little burnt from yesterday from not wearing any sunblock. And man,
Thanks, dark anyways.
so, and also not shaving. And also my face is glossy when it's humid. And it's been raining.
Mike's just moist.
Everything
Mike's
Mike's
very
not
moist.
used
Everything I'm not used to.
is installed.
You know, I can say everything I want to say about dry heat,
Steve.
120 degree weather, but I'll tell you, I
I
miss the dry heat.
And then start on mine.
I do.
And spend the night.
I never thought I'd say that. When I left Hapsey, I was like, thank heaven. Get it out of here. I need a break from it. And then, yeah, I don't know, something about the humidity just takes your breath away.
It's 80 degrees
away.
here. 80 degrees here is
Takes
at
it away.
95 back at Lake Havasu. So just saying.
But it's all good. It's all good. Had a blast working with the crew. Finally got together. This is Jeremy. He came by.
Illinois.
He does a lot of glass work out of Illinois. He's doing
Send to Jon Boat.
Small town,
So he's small town boat restorations.
That you don't do.
Yeah.
Came down to work in aluminum for a change.
Yeah, change your pace.
Fiberglass
Beautiful.
specialist over there.
And then there's Nate, the one who conned the guide.
We have Tom the guide over there. Nate. And
We're gonna talk to him.
there's John and lost
Hey, they think you paid the guide.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay the guy to boat the fish.
Yeah,
You did it.
Pulled the fish and he pulled.
Roger Powell, that's a good question.
Right before he left.
Okay, hey Nate, this is a question for you.
It is always.
How heavy do you think this boat will be once it's done?
Yeah, how heavy?
This is your kit.
200 pounds.
Okay,
Ballpark, yes.
that's about right. Huh?
2 sheets of 90, a sheet of 60, and a couple small pieces, and 6 lids.
And then the fact that you tubed the frame, when we set the frame in, the frame was very light. It was all welded up
Yeah.
and set. Yeah.
The front deck frame was
All
like
this framing was
22
pre-welded
pounds.
before.
What is the cost out now?
Grand.
I don't. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out. We'll talk about it in the end reveal. Because this whole thing has been charted and videoed, and so we will have a series on it. I don't have any time to edit it while I'm down here, but I definitely don't want to cheat you guys out of what's going on. So we'll be running lives. There'll be specific lives for channel members and patrons that maybe we'll all get into and talk. We have some other stuff coming up to introduce you guys to more of the crew members here, because a lot of what we do is just flying. If we weren't building, we were fishing,
Yeah.
and if we weren't fishing, we were sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yep.
energy drink.
Yep.
I gave up. Yeah.
Sponsored by Red Bull.
Okay, Elliot, good question. Good question about pros and cons. Why turf over carpet? I just want to say about that question. I still think carpet is the toughest and most durable stuff. I think that stands to reason. I have footage of me actually putting a hole saw to 20-ounce carpet, and then I wasn't supposed to put a hole saw there. And so I took it out, and then you couldn't even tell that I had just dug. But you could see all the wood and stuff, but you couldn't tell. I mean, carpet is tough.
It's still the best bang for your buck.
It still is also the best bang for your buck if we're talking about like pluses. And then actually carpeted, like foamed carpet, that's really hard to beat on in general, right, gentlemen?
Oh, in terms of like the
Like
the
The
cushion
foam,
under
the cushion carpet. I mean, that's why all major bass boats still run cushion carpet, I think.
True, but
Unless you ask for an
foam
EVA foam.
pad's separate though. They run
Yeah.
carpet because it hides everything else.
yeah, it does hide all the
Carpet hides
imperfections.
everything.
Yeah,
Hides
you
imperfections.
can cheat it.
That's
with
also
carpet.
true. Carpet
Yeah.
does hide everything. If
You
you're
can hide
one,
the world under
if
carpet.
you're worried about botching pieces and that being expensive, then you can get away
The
with a
reason
lot of
why
carpet.
Tracker only uses carpet.
What about all the other bass boat companies? I don't see any of them coming out with
The
custom
foam
turf
looks
decks
way
yet.
better. The foam
Unless
looks
there's
way
like-
better.
there is
You
some.
have
You
your pro
Express
stuff.
does it.
Who?
You had to
They had that new
Besides
material.
like salt boats, besides salt boats
Yeah,
and flex boats.
Crestliner and their high-end bass boats doing it, I think.
Yeah, Express.
I think
Express
so.
is doing
Express
it.
is
There's a
doing
lot
it.
of them doing it.
Baxter's is doing
Yeah,
it.
remember the,
Bass Cat rolled out one now that's all turf.
I don't believe it.
remember that Express?
$100,000 boat.
Pictures or it didn't
Yeah,
happen.
and they-
Black
it's
Express.
funny, it's not all turf. It's
The black.
turf in
Carbon
places, it
edges.
looks nice, but on the edges,
The what?
you find
That
pieces.
Black
of
Express.
Oh yeah.
The one in Georgia, the Elko one.
Okay.
It's all toned out in black and green.
That's right. It did have it. You are correct. I'm sorry.
Coming around.
I'm sorry.
Turf's nicer. It looks better.
All right. I was just think they would put it in more display rooms. I would think if they were coming out. So what do you guys? Let's see if we can get a little rig here. Hey guys, it's gonna get a little shaky for a second. I promise it'll end.
I think the one biggest advantage is it's limited driving.
Okay, it's not great.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
There you go.
All right, guys, we're gonna get in this. Okay. What questions do you have? We have people looking at. What do you guys think that the advantages of turf over carpet is?
You guys got questions?
100%. Driving out.
Drying an hour, easy to clean.
Dry an hour, easy to clean.
Turf.
Gets dirty easier though,
Clean it.
Yeah, but it washes
Take
right
care of
off.
it.
and it damages easier.
If you're gonna park your boat on the side of your garage in 100-degree heat, let it fill up with rain, and let it fill up with snow, put carpet in it.
Correct.
If you're gonna take care of it, put turf in
Turf it.
it. It's an easy decision.
So if you love your boat, put turf. That's it.
Just saying.
That's what you have to say to the audience.
My boat's filthy. I don't care if it's dirty. I fish out of it. Nick says it smells funny.
It does smell funny.
Because
Nate's
there's
boat,
8 pounders
It
on the
does.
deck.
Nate's boat smells funny. Just saying.
It was 7:15.
But
Yeah.
if you guys got questions on the Facebook group as well, ask them here. We'll get through them.
You could spit out of it and be an 8.
Oh man, yeah. We've all slowly went. I think my personal, what does it for me, I guess it's all about what's important to you. What personally does it for me, the heat dissipation. Like you can,
Yeah.
you can be in
Yeah.
scalding 120-degree heat on the turf, and you can still walk around it without shoes.
Yeah.
Try to do that on carpet. No. Try to do that on marine vinyl. Absolutely not. Marine vinyl is the worst
Burn your
stuff.
feet.
You might as well just have nothing on there. marine vinyl is terrible.
Comment.
Yeah, I think carpet's still the at least the second. And it's definitely the top thing if you're trying to do a something budgeting. Carpet's still the best thing.
Yeah.
Like
You can do
20
carpet cheap.
20-ounce
A
carpet,
lot
you
cheaper.
can do 16-ounce carpet and it still looks pretty good. I don't think you can get 16-ounce snagless, but if you want 20-ounce snagless, you might have to pay a little bit more of a premium, but you definitely can. You can also trim. Like you guys see me installing carpet. I use hair trimmers. You can give the carpet a haircut. You can account for gaps if you mismeasure on a hatch or whatever, and you don't have to go and retrim the hatch. You can just trim the carpet. So I mean, there's pluses. It just depends on what exactly.
Mike, have you ever thought about combining the two designs, turf for deck, carpet for the walls and inside boxes?
Frank, you're right.
Elliot
A
wants
gentleman
to-
right there, Mr. Keeble. Your
Okay,
PB
so
Lodge.
one of the things I do
because
not like about carpet
him
is
and
it
his wife
molds.
spoke.
It does.
So I do not like it inside the hatches. But to answer that, on my personal boat, I do have a carpet turf hybrid design. And I have carpet on each of the 4 panels. They're wood panels and they're carpeted. And that is specifically so the lures and the reels don't damage it. And I can show you what damage from the reels looks like on turf because I just experienced it.
It also kind of helps level out the hydrogen, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't mind. I mean,
Because they seem about level, like even.
oh, my
Same
boat.
height, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
From
It
your
was.
wood panels
It was.
to your EVA foamed aluminum hatches.
Yeah, those were the old carpeted.
If you guys have
panels.
questions,
And
make sure to ask
I
them
recarpeted
here
them with 20 ounce,
in the
and they didn't
chat.
match out. Yeah.
And we'll make sure to answer them, guys. You know,
I
first
still-
we got
I actually-
YouTube going on.
I actually think turf,
So,
hydroturf / or EVA foam / carpet decks are. I think those are very functional.
So Freeballing wants to know, or he lives in Florida, the boat will be outside but covered, not sure if the foam will hold up to the heat and humidity. I can say that I'm moving to Florida and the next boat that I build will definitely have turf on it because it does hold up to that stuff.
If it's covered, it will hold up. It doesn't like the sun though, like
Now,
excessive amounts
you
of
do
sun.
have to use good quality turf. The Amazon crap,
Is
it
good.
won't last 10 minutes in the sun.
Yes, you'll get what you pay for, and I say that from experience.
HydroTurf,
Don't get the Amazon
Orthodeck.
turf.
Yeah, don't buy the cheap grade.
If you
turf.
do buy the Amazon turf, use it in
On the inside.
the inside,
That's
where it can get exposed to sun.
Yeah.
Most of the time you can't
Falls
get it to
off in
stick.
3 months.
I even tried using contact adhesive on the back of the turf, the Amazon turf, and on wood and aluminum. It wouldn't stay stuck once it got
Really?
hot. As soon as it got hot, it started bubbling and peeling.
Junk.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
reason why
Well,
it's
then
30 bucks a
maybe you
roll.
don't get it.
Yeah.
Just stay away.
Maybe just for the floor where it can't come off and fall.
Yeah.
Only for the inner
Where's
floors.
gravity?
Yeah. The only time I would use the Amazon turf would be for the only stuff that's good in Amazon is like black tip. The black tip just works. That stuff is actually it. That is real hard to find.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah, they might.
It's
They
alright.
might
The
stop
colors
making
are very.
There's only one good color. The rest of them
You
are kind
got
of ugly. Yeah.
You got a countersink bit handy? Show one of those off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Raul
Right there.
wants to know
Andrew,
what
see-
countersink bits
Oh,
we're
we-
using.
Oh, those new ones from Harbor Freight.
Where's
Those
that
new
big-
ones
the
are
bigger one
awesome.
that looks-
Okay. This is what we're using for a countersink.
You have to go
Here,
back to
we'll
this
switch it right over. Oh, you're looking at it.
Keep going.
We are. It's actually called a deburring bit.
Yeah. Stay away from the
The actual countersinks with a little like
The 3 flutes?
with the little
got a
shaft and
hole.
legs,
It's
you
got
know,
one bit.
that
It's got
looks
this
like it's
hole.
supposed to grind, is not. Is actually the worst one.
Yeah.
We were using those forever and we kind of burned ourselves
Called a
out.
fluted.
Yeah,
The 3 flute.
the three
That's
flute.
probably
Okay.
3 times that.
And this thing is just called a deburring bit, but it countersinks aluminum like you wouldn't believe. Just like 1 second. It's in and it's out.
It's from Harbor Freight, isn't it?
It is from Harbor Freight.
Yeah,
I get mine from
Harbor
Harbor
Freight
Freight.
and Amazon will have them.
And
It
Amazon.
comes in a 3-pack. You
Yeah, it
get
comes-
that one, a smaller one, and a bigger one. So
Call-
the one in the middle is the one you need.
Yeah, it's called a deburring bit.
Huh?
It's called a deburring bit.
5/8.
It is wonderful. It's like a 3 to 4 step process for successfully riveting these down with countersinks. It's drill, countersink, and then if you drill a good enough hole,
I've seen when we have it.
or if you don't have aluminum that's fighting you, you can kind of shove the rivet in. Otherwise, you got to clear the rivets, the rivet holes real carefully, and then you got to. What it looks like. This is the actual deal. The countersink / deburring bit. Oh, it's slashed both. Ah, it's the Warrior 3-piece.
Yeah, I'll show it to him. I'll show it to him over here, Mikey.
Okay, it's the Warrior
Facebook,
3-piece.
guys. There you go.
Bring it up here.
Countersink, yeah.
Gonna go
We're
up a little bit.
we're gonna bring you guys up a little closer so you can hear everybody.
Sycamore wants to know, it's Tuesday night, what's left to do? What is the estimated time for completion and reveal?
Tomorrow we plan to
Facebook group.
try and finish, but we also plan to finish it today. Well, I plan to finish it today. I don't know.
It'd be
I think
late,
you were
late Wednesday, Thursday morning, we should
Yeah.
have it done.
We tried, yeah. It's the hardest part is to finish all the odds and ends. There's always something. Seems like when we're about done, there's always something. And plus, it's raining all the time. And that's depressing. Right?
Well, you're from the desert. Everybody else gets a lot more rain than we do, so. Okay.
This is also true.
Life on the compound. Adam, are you rethinking turfing your hatches after this conversation?
Not at all.
You're not gonna turf your hatches?
No, they're talking about using the Amazon
He went cheap.
He went
turf. Using the
Amazon
cheap
turf?
Amazon.
Boo, everybody
You did?
pointed. Everybody pointed at him.
Hey,
I
still
just
the
want to
edges.
say that we give Adam a lot of counseling and advice.
And that was not one of them.
And
So
yeah,
Elliot wants
After
to know,
the fact.
he seems to be more of a I have to experience it first guy.
Yeah.
This is why he's really good he's here
Let me
today.
word.
That's why he's good here today. So
Elliot wants to know if you had a choice, would you weld the whole frame deck together over rivets or no?
over rivets?
We did the frame itself was
Yeah,
welded
it's all
together,
welded.
and then we riveted it to the boat itself.
Yeah.
So it's welding the frame into these old Jon Boats that are super thin walled. The aluminum is extremely dirty and contaminated, so it's really hard to get good quality welds where rivets are gonna. You're gonna see a rivet come loose versus a weld that breaks underneath the deck. Because if you have rivets that go through the side of the boat, you're gonna see the head missing, and you'll know to replace it. So
Yeah. There's also just a lot of parts. I get a lot of questions about why we don't weld. Is we use pretty thin aluminum, or at least I do. And at that point in time, welding doesn't work for a lot of what we do. If you're using 1/16 inch aluminum, and Nate will tell you this, and John will also, John who fixed the boat welding
angle
thing.
is
Yes.
a lot tougher.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that in order for it to hold on to aluminum that thin, you'd have to keep the whole weld. You can't grind it down flat like how we did with the frame with thicker aluminum. And at that point in time, it's pretty useless. And that's why I have never given up rivets, because I'm always
This
trying
is
to.
all tubes.
Yeah.
You can weld the sides,
Mhm.
weld the top, and just smooth out the top, and weld the bottom, and leave it.
Yes.
Robert, welding is it's all personal preference. If you have the ability to weld your frame up and then rivet it in or weld it into the boat, it's a total personal preference thing. This is more geared towards the DIY, and pretty much everybody can rivet. It's way easier to do an install with that.
Yeah.
Freeballing again wants to know what's better, HydroTurf or C-Deck.
They're equally the same.
Yeah, they're just.
It's all
The
from
pattern-
China.
the
Yeah,
It's
it's
all
all
from
from
China.
different.
It's all from China, and they're mostly all the same 55 durometer thickness and durability, and with UV stabilizers, they're pretty much the same thing.
So I do a lot of HydroTurf, and it has the groove every half inch in the camo patterns. So you can hide all of your seams in those half-inch grooves. C-Deck does a lot of brush smooth finishes. You will see every butt joint and every vertical seam.
Yeah, unless you have separate hatches that completely break up. And
You do a custom route job like Mike, where you're actually routing each individual. You're essentially copying a CNC router, doing a CAD pre-designed job like Mike does by hand with the DIY routing turf.
my
Better
personal
than-
favorite's Orthodeck
Yeah.
because it's thicker, it's nicer, it's harder to install.
I have a question.
If that's a thing, yeah.
How many hours did that take to do
That,
the routing on your boat?
I don't count. It took a few days.
A few days?
I think you called us after 4 days, but we're saying that you weren't quite done yet, but
Is it 4 days?
something like that.
The days just blur together. But, I mean,
You're really good at it, Mike. It just takes a long time.
It does look pretty good.
Yeah. Look,
if
you
I
don't
had
look
if I
bad,
had a
yeah.
few hands to hold all the stuff in place, I could get it done really fast. It's because like you got to do one line, and then you got to take it off, and then reprep and reclamp and and you got to remeasure, and that the reprepping takes longer than actually doing the line. The line itself takes a few seconds. Oh, man. I'd like to also introduce to you. We haven't had a whole lot of crew time, camera time, but this is our buddy Chris Simmons from Jon Boats, and You just gotta check out his channel to understand why he's wearing that. There's just no words that we can actually explain to the live that are gonna do any real justice.
So,
Chris, do you want to say anything to the general public about why you got that
Would
on?
you like to make a statement?
Yeah.
Is there some
Who doesn't like uniforms?
is something in the closet you need to let go?
No, I'm
That's
wearing
all.
it.
Yep,
This
it's
is the only thing
It's
I'm
out of the
wearing. What
closet
else is
right
there?
There's another one right there? Okay.
Gonna send it Jon Boat apparel and uniforms.
It's pretty dope. He's wearing it out in the lake on a John boat with a big long
we
tail.
got a few more questions.
All right, check out.
He's wearing this with the guide when he goes fishing.
Yeah, he's got to wear that with the guide when he goes
Okay,
fishing.
so
hold on. Subscribe to Senate John Boats if you want to see him fish in that costume with the guide.
Yeah.
All day. He's gonna be flipping frogfish.
Soon to be coming. All right, so we're gonna go into questions. Let's see what you got for questions. You
God
flip that
Fishing
over?
180 says I still don't know what is a good boat to start my boat build with. So
Are you on rough water or is your water fairly
What
calm?
we do is we
It-
do claim
that's a good point. It really the boat that you use is dictated by the water that you want to fish. So if you fish cold waters, backwaters, things like that, a flat bottom boat works really well. But if you're going to get out into rougher waters, you're going to want something with a V. If you're going to get in really rough waters, you're going to want something with a deeper V and taller sides. It's
Yeah.
you got to
Like
pick
a
your
wand.
waters and then pick your boat for that. Daniel Brim wants to know what the budget was for this build. I don't know if you're going to do
We'll do a breakdown. We'll do a breakdown of all the parts and pieces.
We
and parts
definitely
lists.
will. I would say between 5 and
usually we'll
7.
tack 'em.
Yeah.
Right? 5 to 7 is a pretty good spread.
Yeah.
But
And that's without the electronics.
yeah,
not the
that's
trolling
just
motor,
raw materials into the boat.
raw materials
yeah.
and accessories.
Accessories can always be put on and taken off, so we don't generally count trolling motors and fish finders or the outboard into the estimate.
Yep.
Matt wants to know, did you use a bunch of vertical tube or did the sidewalls give you enough support?
Sidewalls gave us enough support. You step right on this thing. Somebody want to step on it?
Crosswalk on.
No, hold on.
Much fun.
Let's put the boat up to the. We're gonna scoot the boat up and we're gonna have everybody step on the deck.
Yeah, that'll be.
Hopefully the light doesn't fall.
Everybody hang on.
You gotta take the straps off the back, right? Yeah, I totally forgot it was strapped on the back. So
That's kind of.
here's me pulling on it.
Pull the boat to the front. If you want to push the trailer forward, we'll pull the boat back.
Might be strapped back there.
It is. They're unstrapped. The boat had a little bit of a twist in it, so we had to strap the transom down to the back of the trailer, and then we pulled down one corner.
Pull the boat up.
Yeah, it's a ratchet strap. You just undo it.
Kicked off the live screen.
We got a few send its in the comments.
Hell yeah.
And hell yeah, unicorns.
He's fully expecting 100,000 subscribers by tomorrow morning.
Yes. Life on the Compound says, no shade, Adam. I was just curious. Can't wait to see your boat finished.
Because it's unbalanced.
Thanks, man.
It's being held up by a DeWalt. It's fine. Ready?
That's why it's not great.
Road.
Is it on there?
We're gonna have to lift this up a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, let's
Back whenever we step on it.
go ahead and clear some of this off.
So we all get left on this?
So,
You want me to hold it while y'all get on it?
Yeah.
both odds equal, send it, John.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff going on here, guys.
Thank you guys.
If you got questions, make sure to drop them in the chat.
Just leave it.
Let's take some of the contents off.
No. So.
And this is just the 2-frame with sidewalls.
So guys, you got questions? Make sure to drop them in the chat.
We're answering questions here in a second.
No, I did not lose a bet.
Alright.
They want to see us pull off a 10-foot build.
No. 10 foot. Oh, you want 10 foot, you gotta go to Chris's channel. He's the only one.
I am the only one with a 10-footer right
If
now.
you wanna see a 10-foot boat build, I put a 155 horse motor in a 10-footer. Check out JDS Outdoors.
I want to see that.
You did? I did. I did a 10-foot with 155 horse.
There you go.
Don't stand these yet.
Where am I coming?
Ask some questions. You guys got questions about the build? All right.
Yeah, it's solid.
Preston, you like
I have not stepped on it yet.
it's solid. No, there's no flex.
There's no flex in the deck.
No flexing at all. We got some chunky fellas over here. Ugh. Yeah, no flexing at all. This thing's gonna be a tank going down the lake. You like this tank? Only about
This is
250
really
pounds.
solid. There's no one. It's just the tube frame and sheet metal.
You'll stand up and walk around a little bit so they can see it.
Walk around. Wait, everybody jump. I just kidding.
No, I'm not gonna.
Just
Go back to the trailer.
yeah, the poor trailer. It's used to holding a big fiberglass boat. So yeah.
You see that thing?
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are y'all piling on the deck?
Really worried about after hours. We're
Ow.
showing strength.
Someone on the YouTube chat or maybe it was TikTok or something asked about how strong was the deck and if all the metal units was too light and the framing was too light, which it obviously is not. So hence why we're
There's
all
that.
piling on the deck.
There's a subfloor Phil's boss. There's the back deck.
Yep.
Stood by yours truly.
Just standing on
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
cooler lid and a live
Yeah.
lid.
These are not stable enough yet to step on. These are not done. But once these are done, they will absolutely be stable. Oh, I'm stepping on the Durlar. And that'll be good.
Right, we got us now. We flip you guys over.
We got some more questions.
All right. What are they?
I once watched one of your videos. You said aluminum welding rods was just a Band-Aid. I used it on 3 cracks I had on my Jon Boat, and it still had a small leak. Recommendations to stop the leak.
So you're talking about brazing rods?
Brazing rods.
The brazing is not welding. Brazing is maybe a little bit better than epoxy as far as the bond to aluminum, right?
Yeah, no, brazing is about as close to welding you can get without welding.
Yeah.
Way stronger than epoxy, and under the right
It is.
circumstance, brazing works great if
Yeah.
you know how to braze and you use good stuff. It's not going to substitute welding.
No.
You'll never substitute welding for anything but welding.
Yeah.
Or if you
Hold on,
get
is
like
this
this,
a-
you rivet it together.
The rivets. Okay. The bigger reason I don't like to braze is because when you start to heat up 1/16 inch aluminum with a torch, it starts to warp. It doesn't like it.
Yeah, 116.
So I still do use it for some cosmetic things. Like when I had to make my own DIY drain tubes inside my frame where I had to weld 3/4 tubing, round tubing. So to a piece of sheet metal. It did work.
So hence why
I just don't use it for anything structural. I did actually fix an entire scrap Jon Boat frame, like this one. It was just so beat up. It was on, and then the back end seam was messing up, and I did brace that entire hull back together. It leaked though.
Is that a picture?
Ew.
Oh.
He's slow handing me. Why would you do that? Hey, that's pretty awesome. Look at you. That's
I look like a short little.
Want to
fat
touch the
Viking.
unicorn?
It's great. Wonderful. I feel like I'm in my native garb.
All right.
All right.
Sweet.
All right, Robert back wants to know I have a lung.
Okay, but hey, so that tiller.
I have a lung
is,
deep V,
20,
6
over
thin
25
walls. How do I
horse.
support the walls and not have stock brace attached to the seats? So I'm assuming that you're talking about your seat base or your seat walls are thin. You have to add something to that to create more support. Aluminum angle works good for attaching things to the seat, like if you want to attach a deck frame or a deck to it. Aluminum angle works good, but there's no other way short of replacing it to add strength to it unless you add something to replace it.
What happened?
I'm still putting this on Instagram.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a pretty good
How's
picture.
the unicorn gonna sit on there? All right. Been watching Tiny Boat Nation for years. Got started on my build so many times. Glad I didn't start with the wood frame. Yee and send it. That's awesome. I'd love to see you guys pull off the cool 10-foot build. That's the one you were talking about.
Yeah.
10-footer.
I did a 10-footer with 155 horse in it on JDS Outdoors. It's the same logo. If you want to, it wasn't all decked out. It was just more of a fun build. It had a deck on the front, a deck on the back. But
Was it the jet that
It was-
you were
it
like
was
jumping
the
over
jet
logs
tank.
with?
I was jumping over logs and jumping up
Yeah.
banks.
And you also put an HTP or UHNW bottom,
Yep, UHMW on the
Put
bottom.
which is
It went
ultra.
about 50 miles an hour in 2 inches of water. It was pretty fun.
2 inches of water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't stop. You
It's like
can
those
stop.
Stop.
Alaska.
Take it, he lost the
Oh
bet.
man.
See you guys.
Oh man.
No, you don't have to take a bet to get him in this guy.
Yeah, that was totally voluntary.
This is voluntary. This is him. This is his channel, guys. This is legit.
Stupid stuff.
This is legit.
Oh, the batteries died.
Oh no, your unicorn deflated. You need a blue pill?
I can get it back up.
You can get it back up? Alright.
All right, guys. All right.
All right.
Is that okay to use wood for your first build?
No, do not.
I mean,
No,
what's your budget?
no.
Hold
This
on.
is a judgment-free.
Hang on.
This is a judgment-free
This-
zone.
this-
Yeah.
Judgment-free zone.
What's your
here.
budget? What's your skill? And how long do you plan on keeping that build?
And
Like,
where do you plan on storing it?
really, if I just wanted a boat done in a weekend, I would do wood. If I just needed a basic front and back deck in a Jon Boat that I was going to push into a pond, I would do wood.
I will say this about wood.
I would.
If you don't have very much of a budget to build a deck on a boat, you can get wood for dang near free out of dumpsters, scrap people, things that when they throw it away, it works really good to get into something for cheap. It also works good if you have an idea on how you want to build your decking. It works as a good prototype. And if you end up liking it and you want something you want to keep around, then switch it over to aluminum.
Okay.
But it is a good, cheap way to get into it if you have a very small budget. A lot of guys can do it for less than $100 or close to free just for the framing and the decking by picking up scraps and things like that.
What's up?
Long-term aluminum.
Hold on. What I will say about it, if it really should just come down to budget.
Ryan.
If you're trying to hold away from aluminum because you think you need to be more skilled to create it, then that's where we would encourage you to.
His budget is $2,000 to $3,000.
Then you can definitely
Oh, dude,
you can definitely frame aluminum.
Yeah, aluminum all the way.
It doesn't take any more skill.
Wood to work.
Hold on, sorry. Buy once, cry once.
Buy once, cry once. You'll spend more money trying to get wood sealed, get it to work right, and you still won't be able to take it out and do everything you want to with it. Like you
It's
could
true.
with aluminum. Like, you're not going to go out and fish in a monsoon in a wood boat and hope that it's going to stay waterproof forever. It may for a little bit, but not forever.
Yeah.
Aluminum, you never got to worry
And
about it.
Mike, do you want to
And it's
explain
lighter.
a little bit then about the aluminum kits real quick? What we got going on this week?
Okay, I will.
Just saying, the guy asked about building his boat with aluminum. So
Well, we were having a 10% off sale, promo code PB Lodge on all our aluminum kits. I will also say that you can do a wood aluminum hybrid deck.
Yes.
And I think where wood actually does great is with just static panels that never move. Stationary panels where you can just resin coat those
I got my tracker.
and then they just
Especially,
stay there.
if
And that's you can find any boat that you find in the professional line of boat builders still do that today.
Yeah.
Where the main hatches are fiberglass or aluminum that actually move.
The Gen X frame and hatch combo
Yeah.
kit is a good one to do that hybrid
Do we ship
wood
to
decking
Australia?
with.
Because he's in Australia.
we can make it happen. It
Yeah.
just of course
We do
the
ship
import
internationally,
fees.
but it is really you really gotta want it.
Yeah,
Because
for
it is
sure.
a pain, but we will do
But
it
also
for you.
some
but it's-
countries where the aluminum is more expensive, in some countries where aluminum prices are crazy or
Yeah.
fees, it can be economical. Just the shipping is pretty much what gets you. So we can make it happen if you want to.
we can make it happen, and we have sent stuff to New Zealand.
So
Yeah.
back to supporting the deck. Robert Beck wants to know: is there a way to curve the channel to support along the walls? So
Curved channel?
curved
No.
angle.
Well, not easily. I know what he's talking about. So, like, I was thinking about doing the same thing in my boat. At the end of the day, the easiest thing is like on, you see on Mike's videos. I know you've seen Ryan do it, and Anthony's done it too. Where you take a piece of 16th angle and put it up against the sidewall, and cut little slits in it about every 6 inches and just, rivet it in from the outside. That's the easiest way
Yeah.
to do it.
Then you can bend it with your finger when it's
Yep.
that thin. Anything thicker than 16th, it's real hard.
Yeah.
No,
You
That's the
can't
easiest
you
way to do
can't do it with 1/8.
no.
You'll break your finger.
And
Or,
trying to do
or
it,
you'll bend your hole.
trying to do it like that up the
Yeah.
side of the boat and attach it to the ribs, it never works out right. I tried like 3 or 4 different ways, and there's just no easy way to get around it without doing a ton of fabrication. And you need a welder. You really need a welder to do that.
For what?
For running basically what he's trying to do is instead of, how you guys do the aluminum
Yeah.
along sides, he's trying to not do that
Oh.
and not drill through the side of the boat. He wants to basically attach his lateral supports to the side of the boat by using just either a piece of tube or angle going down the side.
Well, we kind of did
and
that on
attach it to
this.
the ribs. Yeah, but you gotta have a welded frame to do it though.
Oh, yeah.
It's not easy to do.
Yeah, so the reason it was easy for this was because this was a complete welded tube frame that was pre-cut to fit right inside the boat.
Yeah.
Which we then put extensions on it, but it still was pretty much the same thing as if
Yeah.
it were a 1648 like we had planned.
It's not worth the time and effort. It's so much easier just to drill some holes in the side of the boat, put you some countersink rivets in it, and you have a flat edge to mount your decking to,
Yeah.
and attach your lateral supports to. It works good.
Tried and true.
I tried. I spent a week
Done here
wasting time
first.
trying to do it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
So I got a good question here from the Facebook group, guys. We got
Yeah.
some questions rolling in here. So do you think it is better to start with like an old aluminum boat as a frame, essentially one that's already like an old bass tracker that's already kind of got a frame in it? Or to start with like a Jon Boat that's completely bare, start with a boat that's completely bare bones and go that route? Is there any preference in
how
there?
much patience and time you've got.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna, you take my boat. for
How
instance,
how
it's
messed up
16
is
foot
the boat? And
Yeah.
I want to say something officially. The old pre-Johnny Morris bass trackers, if you see one, just run away. Like I mean that. Like don't buy it.
Yeah.
It is the worst boat I've ever seen.
Like my boat.
When I
for
ripped it
instance,
apart,
my
it was-
16-foot
it
boat
was-
is
it
a
was
1979, and the only reason I bought that boat in as bad a shape as I did is because of how good of a boat it was. That boat had been in 3 different accidents. Like it had taken some major league hits, and it was still floating. Had no real issues with the boat itself. It had cracked welds in the back. The transom was trashed. It had like a bunch of paint on it.
Yeah.
It took me a lot of time to get it to where it is now, but I'm glad I did because it's a well-built boat. Like,
Yeah. I have
they don't make thick holes like that anymore.
I have a video actually on my series. If you click my name and check my channel, I have a frequently asked Q&A playlist like demoed right there. And one of the first things in the playlist is how to choose your boat. And I go pretty extensively in so much as like showing a boat that I have and things that you should look for, things you might have missed. What I will say in short is look what kind of boat companies are still around. You go look, there's only a few of them. There were like hundreds, right? Now there's only like 5 or 6 real ones that Johnny Morris hasn't soaked up. And so like talking about Lumacraft, Lund, right, Smokercraft, All Weld.
No, Lowe's
Lowe's.
Lowe's a White
They didn't
River.
say low. I said Lund. I meant to say low, and I
Lowe's a
have
Johnny Moore's boat.
Lowe's a Johnny Morris boat.
Yeah.
He bought low.
Yeah,
Damn
they've had them for a while.
Mother fricker.
Welcome to the world.
They haven't changed though. I mean, they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, they're the
They're
same
your standard,
factory, yeah.
just like you could buy at Academy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lumacraft. They all pretty much.
Well,
the
I
same.
think it's still pretty good. I mean, I do like the.
If you have no patience and no time,
Yeah.
I'd go buy your brand new Lumacraft or whatever.
Yeah,
at
no,
Lowe's
so-
and-
Also,
or,
to say it
Lowe's,
depends on what you want to do,
Yeah.
or how you want the boat to be in the very end. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're okay with the platform that's already existing in one of those boats, then go with one of those
Yeah,
boats.
just rebuild
But
it. Yeah.
if you're wanting to completely change it, then go with something that's a little more empty, where you can
Yeah.
you can do
Build
whatever
your
you
own
want.
platform around it.
Yep.
Definitely build your own platform. I had a 2021 tracker and I hated the front. It sucked. I wanted to tear it apart the day I wrote
I
it.
can't believe you did that.
I know.
You didn't even give it like a chance. He buys this boat, brand new tracker, no lie, buys it brand new, and then John here, and then he posts a picture of it ripped open. He goes, "Oops." And we just all kind of looked at him like,
I couldn't leave it alone. Dylan Wallace wants to know, did we use any pour foam in this build?
"No,
No.
we didn't."
Because it's flat bottom.
First ever for me. Well,
All
almost.
pink sheet foam. We got any left?
Yeah, but there's some on the other side in the other garage.
You can see some of it
Yeah.
stuck.
You wanna grab it?
Phone, yeah, close.
Grab.
cell phone.
Actually, that's a pretty good chance to show.
Yeah, here's some.
Hold on.
Closed cell housing phone.
So we use this, which is the same thing as the pink stuff. It's just green.
So
And then
Lowe's
do
brand.
we have the pink foam boards that was actually underneath the boat? No, there's a piece lying
next door.
around because it's next door.
Nate's garage.
It's either Nate's garage or my garage, but we want to show
so good.
we want to show you a piece of it and why we chose to use it. And first of all, the Jon Boat, especially this one, a true flat bottom, from you know, the back all the way to the front, flat. You reused it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that says something. We reused all of it in this build.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we did take apart this build, if you were here for day one, the live, and you did see it, which you saw how jacked up the floor was, right? And that was after we had really removed most of the foam. What we did find was the pink foam was the only thing that survives. Everything else had to go.
Yep.
It was just barely dirty. None of it was saturated. None of it was eroded or
I don't
eaten away
even
by
think-
rats.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
it just
I
had
don't-
stains on it.
It wasn't even discolored. It was
No.
still
Yeah.
pink.
Yeah, we were actually all impressed, and so we did recycle it. And then what we couldn't recycle, we bought in the green foam sheets. And then
Any plans to beef up the gunnels? And how about fish finders?
so gunnels weren't in the plan for this. After seeing them, we should have maybe done it. But
It's a little here.
they
You can kind of see how jacked up. Not only, you know, obviously right here, but if you also look way up towards the top,
better.
it's
looks better 'cause
it's
got-
pretty
you don't see all the sidewalls.
it's pretty beat up.
Oh,
The outside's a little rough. This was a brush boat.
Yeah, this is
so
this is-
what?
It's all toilets.
This whole toilet's for brush piles.
So beef up the gunnels, and what about the what?
Fish finders.
Fish finders.
Oh,
Fish finders
what is fish finders? I don't
So,
know.
We're not putting fish finders in this boat. Where he's taking this boat is all really gonna be shallow water, and like our man Nate Eckel down there, he really doesn't have to use fish finders for that. So he's mainly fishing shallow water, and you know we have it pre-wired for the fish finders. Eventually, once we put them in, but most of his fishing is done way in the back of creeks and small, skinny water. So there won't be a fish finder on this build right now.
His main purpose was to get under a culvert.
Over fishing
He
tournaments.
needed a boat to get under a culvert.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this.
Okay.
Tank is what?
Life on the compound. You said your cap on your 14-foot Illumicraft is
He's got several
2
questions
foot long?
before that too.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get to that. I'll just answer this because I just saw it briefly in the chat. You said 2 foot long. What's that?
He's talking about the bow cap.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I make mine 2 feet long.
Your what?
The what? What are we talking about?
Down the bow cap, the bow plate.
Yeah.
It's taking up valuable real estate. Should I cut it half off?
I mean, your boat's pointed so hard. Like, what
Should be
are you
30 inches.
are you really standing up there? I mean, 2 feet is this, right? It's
We
not.
were standing on Nate's the
You
other
need,
day.
you need 24
Yeah.
roughly for a normal trolling.
Yeah. So-
Unless you use like a Tarona.
Well, 2 feet's 24 inches.
Yeah.
I can
That's
imagine
like
it
the
being.
bare minimum.
I can imagine being less than 2 feet. Yeah.
And he was
I mean-
also asking about aluminum decking on a 12-foot plastic Jon Boat. Same guy, life on the compound. And also have one cut next
Sebastian's
year.
build.
There's a gentleman named Seb. that's
Yeah.
in the Facebook group.
Seb Tufin on Instagram.
Yep.
Who
Sebastian
decked
on
out
Facebook.
a Pelican.
Yep. Spent hours on the phone with
Yeah.
him, and he did a phenomenal job.
Oh,
A lot of
man.
money on it.
Yeah.
And it-
Yeah,
Beautiful.
he custom hydroturf that one. Got
Yeah.
custom EV foam, and we actually have a 2-minute or a 1-minute short video on YouTube about it. To be continued with the big video, but we
From New York.
yeah, like a lot of things. I don't know. Do you like the plastic Jon Boat? I mean, is it gonna? I think that you're gonna run into similar issues like you would run in a kayak.
He says
You know.
it's super stable.
No, I
It's
believe
got a 52-inch
I believe
bottom.
it's
So
I
why is this?
believe it's super stable. I do, but
The price tag to get into the boat too, if you're just looking for something basic to build, I mean, you can find them for $600.
I bought one for
$500,
$100.
Nate's boat.
you bought you bought a Bass Raider. We're not talking about the Pelican Bass Raider. We're talking about his boat was a 160.
It's a Pelican.
His was
it's
a
Pelican
Sundolphin.
Sun Raider, Sun
Sundolphin.
Dolphin.
Yeah, it's a
There's-
12 footer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a couple different ones.
There's a
They
12
have
footer?
10 and a
Yep.
12
120?
foot.
It's 12 foot and it's 52
Okay.
inches. It's got a
Okay.
52-inch bottom.
It's like a big wide tri-hole, like a big bathtub.
Okay, all I had to say about it is it's plastic, and
Yeah, it's got a
I know they have done some phenomenal things with plastic. You know, rotomolding it and making it out. But leave plastic out in the sun for a summer and then see what happens to it. It's plastic. So it's just plastic. So just think about it. If you deck out a boat like that, just remember you must really, really like that boat. Like you can't find an aluminum hull that can do better. Which, so I would say only if you really like the boat. Otherwise, I would find an Alumacraft.
Well, I think Seb said he's got a little tilt trailer for his, because there's no ramps. They back up to the weeds, tilt the trailer, push it off, and then they winch it back on. So.
Okay.
Cool as that.
All right. Hi, we make Adam Ryan today.
You met Adam?
Miguel A. Martinez. Did you meet somebody, Adam? You
I
tell-
met somebody on the
you
water.
didn't tell anybody?
Today, no.
Not today.
And Cod Fishing 180 says he's gonna send us a message
Yeah.
about the.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna answer one real quick question from Matt here. He just asked it. And then we'll go on to all the questions that I did miss. Matt, yes. A small battery for electronics, you can buy a U1 AGM battery. Little 30 amp hour, 12 volt U1 AGM battery, weighs 25 pounds. People use it for kayaks, and I am using it in my boat right now, which is soon to be replaced by lithium, but it's actually a really good battery. It'll run all your electronics fish finder.
There was a gentleman, I
Yeah.
can't remember his name, he bought one of those giant batteries like John's got,
Yeah,
and he's running Panoptics off of one of those DeWalt batteries.
a DeWalt battery,
One of those big ones.
a flex volt.
Yep, put clips in it.
Well, I got that attachment piece that just
Yeah.
clips right on. You can plug your battery.
You wanna go get it?
12 volt off of it. Yeah, I can run it.
As I'm really interested to see it.
Yeah,
I mean, if
I
we
can-
can
I can
show
run-
people that, because that's awesome.
I can
That's the
run
lightest.
lights off it,
That's the lightest battery ever.
Yeah.
What, they weigh like 5 pounds?
Yep.
That's it. I'll run a 5 pound battery in my boat all day.
I mean, even if you carry two of them with you,
Yeah.
just in case.
And the flex volt battery is probably a lot cheaper than most lead acid batteries.
Right,
I'll hold this
$100
for
battery
the-
or $150
So versus what, $1,000?
for a-
500 for a Johnny Morris special at Bass Pro, that
I'll
little
go grab
ugly
that.
ass green battery. All right. Hey, we're gonna see that. That's a thing. That's a thing we're gonna go and check out. John, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Because I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think you're
Got
gonna
it.
run two 12-inch screens off of it all day long, but
No.
if you got a couple of 5s or a 5 and a 7, and you want something like that you can pull out and charge at night, and
Yeah.
pop back in.
Let's have like a little converter kit, like
Oh, is
essentially
it going
a little
there?
converter.
Did I do it right?
Battery.
Sorry guys, hold on. We're fixing it.
You don't even need a converter.
What were you saying? Okay.
Just run it, yeah.
And it's got a positive and negative feed on all the battery posts.
All right.
Dang, all right, that's cool.
All right, do got this. Elliot, ice fishing guys, run a DeWalt 20 volt batteries for Panoptics live scope too. Right, probably right out of a backpack, huh? All right, let me see some of these questions here. Sorry, Mark, we fixed it.
So literally you got your positive and your negative, you just need a spade in and a spade out. I think he's got a little attachment that clips in.
for that and attached for
I think that's what John's got.
Yeah,
is
they're
the
start- they're
attachment that
starting to
slides
make
in.
Just locks over.
But you
right?
literally just need a spade in and a spade out on your positive and negative. You can
Well, I
run
got-
LED lights, you can run everything off of them.
Well, I got 4 or 5 of those 6 amp hour Milwaukee batteries, so those things were quite expensive. That's a 6 amp hour,
Yeah, it's an
You
XC6.
get the
12 amp hour.
great ones that are 5 amp hour, the Bowers.
Yeah,
They're only like, if you get them with a coupon, they're like $45.
5 amp hour lithium.
Yeah.
You should put your ropes.
I'm all for experimenting
Daisy
with.
chain them all together.
I'm all for experimenting with lightweight because I'll tell you what, batteries are heavy. Batteries are heavy.
I
Let
built
me see what we got here.
my 16-foot float deck. I did all of the aluminum work off of one 5 amp hour battery in over a 2-day period. Without
Hey Miguel, I'll release a video tomorrow. It's like a video I did from last week that I knew I was gonna have time to edit this week, so I have one in circulation. But because I decided to go live tonight versus launching a video, which is pretty good because this is actually, I think, much more productive than. What are you doing?
He's
Are you
showing.
He's showing you how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. Everybody knows we do that.
Right.
We do that for initial tests. But we just need an adapter that does that safely, right?
Yeah, you can literally use a male spade and just plug them in.
You put an 18 in that and it didn't blow up?
Sweet.
You gotta use the adapter.
Uh-oh, John's gonna do
Yeah,
it.
I think you gotta
Got the
use an adapter with that.
They make this adapter right here for
Piece it.
DeWalt and Milwaukee, and I believe Ridgid has one too. But they sell them on Amazon. They're super cheap. I just happen to be Team Yellow. You can plug it into your.
It's been a problem this whole week.
Hey, it saved.
I'm there with
It
it.
has saved many instances. But you can It's got USBs on it. You can charge your phone, and it comes with this little cable. They also sell male and female plugs like this on Amazon. And you can plug it in and plug in your LED lights.
There it is.
They turn on.
Yeah.
Or you can plug it in. I'm not going to do this because it's exposed wires on the end. But you can hook it up directly to your fish finder, anything that's 12 volt, but put an inline fuse on it. I actually have a video on YouTube that goes through these on my channel on JDS Outdoors called The Game Changer.
9 amp hour battery?
It's running, huh?
How much is that 9 amp hour battery?
The 9 amp hour battery is $200.
Okay, you can buy 4 Harbor Freight batteries and have 20 amp hours for what that costs.
Did they make the adapter for the Harbor
I'm
Freight?
sure somebody
Somebody probably does.
does.
But I have
If not, it don't take but 2 spade connectors to.
I do have a video on it showing it running fish finders on YouTube on my JDS Outdoors
I
channel.
really would like to see that. So maybe we'll link that video. John will give me that video link, and
I
we'll
can get
post
you
it
that
in
link.
this live once it goes public.
Half off on one of those fully charged batteries.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you'll do a what?
A test.
Do you have a graph with you?
I have a graph.
Hook one up and let it run and see how long it'll run on one of those batteries.
Yeah.
It's just time lapse it.
You don't have to use the flex volt either. You can use the regular 20 volt batteries that come with most of your
But the
kits.
flexible will probably handle it a lot
The
better.
flex volt will
I
last.
think it goes all the way to 40?
Lasts
40
a lot
volts or
longer.
something? Or what is it?
60.
60? The
It's a-
flexible goes high, right? That's
Yeah.
what it's called.
It's a 60
volt
20.
max.
Yeah, 60 volt max,
All right,
20
that's
volt
not-
run.
Okay, all right, that's pretty good.
9 amp hour. They also have 12 amp hour batteries they're like $300.
60 volts will get it done. I don't care what kind of fish finder you have.
Well, it dumbs it down to 12.
Yeah.
I can pull out a meter and it dumbs it right down to 12.
All right. Hey guys, I think this is a great discussion, mainly because batteries are so heavy. Batteries, you know, my pet peeve in a boat like this, that's where all your weight comes from. We think about all the waste cut, weight on framing and then on decking, because we know we're going to add batteries. 3 generally, right? But if I could just get 2 main deep cycle for the trolling motor and then run something like that for all my electronics, I would do that. And I also don't like running a starter battery because it just adds more weight. So unless you're like older or you just have blown out shoulders, pull that cord. Pull that cord.
Needs to be a t-shirt idea. Pull that cord.
Pull that cord.
Oh my god.
I like it.
Shave the weight and just get it.
Shave the
Just
weight,
get it.
cord.
Get it. Shave the weight, pull the cord. We're also thinking about cool
Like
t-shirt
a-
designs. We're trying to get
That's a good one.
good designs.
Oh,
By the
yeah,
way,
by the new-
if you're new in this chat, hit the like button. Likes are free. Let's get it to 100
We,
likes.
we actually just dropped a bunch of new merch designs. There's one of them right there. Nick's wearing the going strong with the tiny boat, big deck stuff.
Yes. This is my personal
thought that
favorite
was pretty
hat.
cool.
It got stolen 3 times in South Carolina. I just barely got one back.
Mine ain't came yet.
They're coming. They should be tomorrow.
But there's also
John
a
Yacht's got 'em
plethora
running.
of other designs and stuff up on there.
Yeah.
So, and we're that's 10% on those too, right?
Yep, 10% off.
I think we also have merch
Code
for
PB
Fireant.
Lodge.
Yeah, PB Lodge.
No, not yet.
No, okay.
We're having that soon.
We're gonna be getting merch for Fireant and send it. And anybody else, and Adam, anybody who wants their shirts done. We're trying to get some of that going.
Yep, those are in the works.
We're trying to get-
John Yacht's working on those. So.
Everybody from the crew.
Yep.
And then, what were you saying about the sale?
Discount code is PB Lodge on TBNation.net.
This place is awesome. I can't really show you too much. Maybe I can show you a little bit. Let me show you a little bit. It's a little dark. It's all right. It's an iPhone. I think it's got the best chance. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's float this. Let's float this camera. Here we are, guys. There's the hotels we're sleeping in. There's the hotels we're sleeping in, and here's our garages. Right underneath our hotel.
Yep.
Right underneath the hotel room. There's literally, and the water is right there. Obviously too dark to see, but it right over that hill, the water is literally there. And then, so we get up, we stretch out and yawn, then we just come down to work. That's where we're at. We just came right down to work.
You got Nate's boat.
Heater in each one.
That's crucial because it gets cold down here.
2 outlets on at least one side of the garage, and outside you have hose connections on one side and
that's-
electrical on the other.
Yeah, so you want to wash your boat down here. You are not allowed to get the hotel towels and use them on your boat, though. That's like the thing. That's a unique rule that only this place has. because of its unique design. It's just also patent pending. So yeah, you got the hose fire extinguisher, and you also got multiple outlets out here
Yep.
that you can run.
Yeah.
You got your remote there for the garage if you need it. They have it on the wall, but it's just easier to type it in your key code.
Yep.
Here's my stuff here, and Ryan's stuff there. It's all trashed. My deck's a disaster. Hey, this thing broke on the way. I have it on video. This thing broke inside my toy hauler. We towed this inside my toy hauler. That's kind of why I got the toy hauler. And then this broke, and it got welded on today. Did a pretty good job. That's not gonna break now. That's legit staying on there forever. And so now that this is fixed, oh, check this out. The thing flipped around so hard in the trailer. I was using this kind of as the pad eye. It broke that. It broke. These, I thought these were strong, but man, these really just kind of snapped right in half. Because after this one broke, I was like, okay, that's a freak accident. I kind of re-tie downed it. I have all these tie downs over there. Put like 10 tie downs on it. And then I strapped it to this top one, and it broke again. And then I kind of gave up, and then it like was flying around. So there's no visible terrible damage that I could see to it, but it did have damage. It took out more damage going in the toy hauler than it did like getting towed by the actual truck.
That's funny.
Yes, we have. All these boats have been in the water except for mine, which maybe tomorrow I'll fix that. But definitely by Thursday, I plan to be fishing.
Oh yeah, you gotta see this old Cherokee.
Okay, these guys want to see the Cherokee. I don't know anything about this boat.
Oh, here.
You guys are gonna have to guide me.
So before Tracker came out with the TB18, which is my boat, which you've seen on Mike's channel, Ranger made a super high quality aluminum boat, and didn't make a ton of them. But it's called the Ranger Cherokee, and essentially it's 125 hull. I mean, this thing is solid and packed full of foam. Unlike your Trackers, which have almost zero foam in them, the whole deck is pretty much hollow. It sounds hollow going down the lake, even with us building a whole new deck on it. But the Ranger, this thing is like a tank. It's about, 86 inches wide or so. I mean, it's got bigger deck than most bass boats of its size in the fiberglass range.
It does, man.
It can hold up to a 150 on it. It's got a little 90 horse on it right now. But Jeremy found this it was gonna make you sick, $1,500. And he found it in his house, and it was moldy and had stuff growing out of it. And he spent a week cleaning it up, and it looks like this.
Really? You can't even tell it was like that.
The trailer and the engine are well worth over $1,500. Let alone, dude, this boat is in.
This trailer's worth probably $3,000 right now.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous to sell. But yeah, so it's a really badass boat. There's just not a lot of them out there. So I put this boat and like the Tracker TB18 are in the same class of essentially they took a deep V, they chopped it in half and made it a bass boat. So you have the good ride of the deep V with the Tracker TV, and then
but you got like the low gunnels of a bass boat.
Yeah, you got the low gunnels on the side, but it's got a really deep V. It's a pretty deep boat. It doesn't have a running pad like some of the newer aluminums do. It's got a standard V, so it's not exactly the fastest boat, but it rides like a fiberglass boat, just like my Tracker does.
What is it? 2-stroke Force 90, huh? I wonder how that runs.
Well, dude, this is the same engine as mine. It's just a couple years older and got the older markings on it. So it's a carbureted three-cylinder carb, standard, old school.
All right, let's answer some questions here. All right. Howdy, Harold. If you're in Nashville, Tennessee, you should meet us on Friday here in Dayton, Tennessee. In the evening, 405 Chickamauga Drive. We're going to have a little get-together. Whoever shows, but we're definitely going to have a celebration.
Free burgers, free food.
For completing this boat and for the gathering, and everybody is invited to come. We say that officially on the live. If you're in the area, if you're in the South area, you're in Georgia.
If you're within a 3-hour drive of Dayton, Tennessee, come on out.
We'll feed you. We'll hang out.
Yep.
PB Lodge.
PB Lodge, 405 Chickamauga Drive.
Chickamauga.
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 Okay.
Chickamauga.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't have the right accent to say it correctly. But I try. I try every day. All right. Let me see what we got here. Okay.
What we got?
So, Skywalker Fishing, I have a 1448. Which aluminum kit do you recommend? You can kind of go, 1448 is a really unique boat. You can go either way. You can either go with Nate's dry hatches like you saw on this boat, and it'll work really well because that boat's wide enough and it's got enough displacement to actually use them right. Or you could also go with our Gen X frames. We recommend...
The way I kind of break it down is to figure out which lid system you want to run. If you want to run the Gen X lids, then look at the Gen X frame and hatch combo kits. If you want to run Nate's dry hatches, look at the Gen X framing kit. You'll save money whichever way you go.
Oh yeah.
So.
So you definitely need the framing kit to run. Yeah, with
Framing
Nate's
kit
dry hatch,
only
you still need a
needs-
framing
yeah,
kit.
You're right.
Yep.
Exactly.
So
Framing kit for Nate's dry hatches or the Gen X frame.
DIY lids are great, but they're not 100% waterproof like Nate's welded lids are to a degree. I mean, it depends on your
yeah, they
workmanship.
divert water versus bleed it out.
Yeah, so there's some differences in terms of the stability as well as the water drainage. But I mean, in terms of, as you said, 1448, right?
Yeah.
So size wise,
right
the
where
essentially the pro size would be good for that if you're going to have 5+ lids. The pro level kit, neither of those you're looking at, or at least 5 lids pro level.
I also like the Gen X kits or the John Yacht kits, the Gen 7 kits, because there's a lot less material in the boat. They just weigh a lot less.
That's true.
That is,
Yeah.
so I would generally recommend them for 14 boats 14 foot and down, but I'm thinking 1442 or 1436 and down, like that kind of boat, like our 13.5 foot V hull, like those standard run in the middle V hulls that are about 42 inches wide. The Gen X kit, fantastic for those, and the John Yacht kits are really good for, like, say something like this, which is super tiny. Like that's I can't stick Nate's dry hatches in that thing. And it's gonna overweight the boat.
Yeah, we really weight
So
conscious.
the big thing about Nate's dry hatches is you have to have a boat big enough displacement to really use those things effectively.
Or a limited amount
like
of
this
hatches.
1652 or say a 1448. Definitely a 1648.
Yeah.
I mean his systems are built around 1648 Jon Boats.
Yeah.
Like specifically. All right, let's check out some more comments. Check out some more comments.
You want to get away from the cutting?
Yeah, let's get away. We're gonna walk this way, guys, to get away from some of the noise. Some of my face is all glossy, just the way Tennessee's
It's
treating
moist
me.
in here in Tennessee.
They say that's my nickname is Moist. They've been
You're
calling
gonna get it tattooed across his back.
There's a kit for a 16-foot mirror craft. I mean, we have standard kits that'll fit any boat.
The 1648 Jon Boat kit is actually on the page. That is Nate's. Essentially, that's copied off of Nate's boat, and that's a pre-made.
One of the most complete
Yeah.
kits.
One of the most complete.
Nate's boat's like the second one in the hangar, and it's big.
Yeah.
Big giant 1660 boat. We have an affiliate in Canada who's supposed to be maybe working with us on that, right?
Yeah.
So we can try and work on that, Elliot.
It's just a work in progress right now.
Yeah. Okay, Matt.
Also,
Plans to make any custom fish finder mounts? We do, but there's just so many people out there that have already done it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to rip anybody off. We've been ripped off. Not a big fan of idea theft, personally. So we don't want to rip off anybody's idea. We just haven't found a way to, like, make something ours. I mean, pretty much the idea is we've took him, yeah.
We're still looking for that CNC guy, really, too. I mean,
we're also looking for a CNC guy. Yeah.
It would make it a little easier, but we're still working on it. We
Correct.
definitely have ideas. There's different things we want to try.
Yeah, we definitely do.
But nothing set in stone, I would say, at the moment.
Okay, you posted pictures. You added pictures to the Facebook page. Oh, to the Facebook group? Hey, Josh. Josh Erstry, what's going on, man? How are you? It's good to see you in the chat. Has he been here for a while?
I think so. I saw him
Okay,
comment
the YouTube live chat goes away.
Yeah.
On the phone. It's not like the computer chat where we can just sing and scroll back. So it's actually kind of tedious. So you see me moving this because my fingers actively violating the phone screen. Okay, we were back a few. Would you take a boat under the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California? Would I take that boat? I don't know. Is it rough down there? I won't go into San Francisco at all.
It's part of Cali, so.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in going there.
No, like, I don't know what the waterways are like over there. I do like California, though. It's like our biggest, it's like third biggest demographic. So we do like Cali. We'll eventually have something going out there, but it's like we had a NorCal. NorCal, we have the biggest following.
Yeah.
SoCal, not so much. I think San Francisco, it's like right on the border, right? Between SoCal? I think San Francisco is considered SoCal. We'll see. It's a thing. It's in the work. Built TBN Jon Boat cutting lengthwise and made it wider. Yes, please send us. We actually know a few people who did that with rivets.
Yeah.
Cut 2 Jon Boats, made it into one.
Yep.
Made a 1660. It's a big boat.
Yeah,
All
from
right.
Nashville.
All right.
You already went through these, didn't you?
I think we are.
Put your boat
We just want to check.
Huge mark.
I think we got most of them, right?
Yeah, we got those.
We got. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. If you did ask a question and I didn't answer it, please go ahead. we're actively trying to cover them.
I'm thinking about getting back into
YouTube game for fun. Well, it's all about fun.
Yep.
If you go into it, you know, expecting to grow big, it deflates you pretty quick. And you got to keep, once you get momentum, you can keep. There's also easier platforms. I think maybe a little bit easier.
Yeah.
To get to if you're really trying to
Especially
grow.
if you're small.
Instagram and TikTok are way easier to break. You can get a lot more views and grow a lot faster if you break the algorithm.
TikTok's on fire right now.
Yep. Yep. And so GPS covers. All right, thank you, Zell. We appreciate it. We appreciate anything you guys buy from our store because it helps us go out to places like this.
Yep.
Right.
And then
about 5 years ago, we were just doing videos on our phone while we're getting instructed our day jobs.
Yep.
And our girlfriends.
Yep.
And our both.
And we wouldn't be together.
Yeah. So,
at all.
No, this is all possible because of you guys.
Yes,
we really do
thank you,
appreciate it.
thank you.
We do appreciate it. That's why I'm out here looking like trash.
Shiny moisty.
All shiny. I wouldn't do this for anybody else. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. But, all right. We're gonna, we're looking into it.
Well,
the more people that have a vested interest in what we do, the more things we can do.
Yep.
So we're actively looking at it. About an Astroglass 16 foot. Is that a fiberglass boat? One runs and one doesn't? Okay. The deck was bad. Oh, okay. Jeremy's the one that answered the fiberglass. We finally have a fiberglass guy in our group. I mean, hopefully he's gonna be completely in, but we'll see. But he does fiberglass work out of the deal. I think fiberglass. There are a few fiberglass YouTubers out there. I think Boatworks Today does it. That boat guy, I think, does some. And those guys are mainly around areas where fiberglass boats kind of run the show.
There's Jeremy, guys.
There's people who have asked us to do fiberglass boats. I'm not in an area where they're popular.
Hi, guys.
Oh, he's just asking, you think fiberglass is easy enough to learn? Possibly like the age of 60, is it doable? Like,
It's doable as far as, it's all in how deep you want to get into it. I mean, fiberglass comes with its own kind of dynamic as far as that goes. It jumps into the world of half paint, yet it's all resin. So if you can resin coat a board, you can gel coat over something. It's still, you can brush it on, you can spray it on. As long as you're willing to sand out the bad spots, you can make anything look nice again. And so as long as it's there, or if you wanted to learn how to do it, it's pretty easy. I mean, it takes some time. It's just like any other art form, but
yeah, it's doable. It is an art, right? But it can also be just a skill.
Yeah.
Right. I think the bigger thing about resining and gel coating and fiberglassing is it can be done at an easier DIY level, right?
Yeah.
You don't need a welder. That's a big one.
Your tools are more.
Your tools are
minimalistic,
super
I'd say.
basic, right? You gotta need the roller and
yeah.
But I think the bigger problem is it stinks, and you can get the fiberglass in your skin. You got to wear that suit. It might not be something you want to do out of your garage if you have stuff going on. Like your garage needs to be clean. Yeah, the sanding and
the sanding aspect.
It's tedious. It's tedious.
Yeah.
But there's some places where glass hulls they run the show.
Oh yeah.
Florida, all those skiffs, all those small little 12-foot skiffs.
And they even tried to make a little push there to try and make aluminum skiffs popular again, and it didn't work.
It's just not going to happen.
Didn't work.
Yeah, I mean,
Nope.
saltwater and glass is the way to go.
Yep, but not in the colder regions where it freezes.
Right.
Then that's where you
That's
see
true.
aluminum boats for days.
They shine.
Yep. There it is. There it is. Let me see what we got here. Greetings from Atlanta, Gerald. Thank you. Thank you. We started Fossil Creek Kennels. We did actually deck the boat. We'll go back in there. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. And okay. Got such 2 years ago. It did take off really good within it. Right, 2020 is when we really we had off
2 weeks after COVID.
Yeah, we really kind of did take off in 2020. 2020 was our time to shine. Really wasn't for a lot of people. We do feel, we feel for those people that it's kind of worked out for us where we could have sank as well. Kind of. YouTube kind of took off for all of us.
With socks, so we were good to go.
We were all hating our jobs, and we were also hating other people in the process. So you guys are such a blessing to us. You really are. And so let's go back and check it for those who just entered the stream and have not seen. By the way, if you are in and you have not hit a like in the stream, hit a like, please. We're trying to get 100 likes.
100 likes.
100 likes.
Yeah, we're trying to
We
become.
got 30 to go.
We're trying
29 to go.
YouTube stream warriors.
29 to go.
We're just trying. We're just trying our best. We're trying to keep this going. Yes, the PB Lodge. Can I mention motors? Oh, it's the PB Lodge. PB as in personal best or peanut butter. Somebody caught their personal best bass out of Tennessee today. So,
Yeah.
so there were some things.
John almost
Somebody
did.
lost
John lost his personal.
lost their personal
Someone lost his
I
personal
lost
best.
my personal best.
Okay, best budget fish finder for a tiny boat.
Ooh.
Garmin Echo Map 93 SB.
I asked those guys in Texas, and they said Garmin is for sure
So
the way to go.
the Garmin Striker series for $500 in $599 is the way to
Striker?
go. Yeah, the 5-inch series for $500 has everything they need. The 93 is great,
Did they
but it's a
go
little
up?
bit more. They do a 7-inch. Not sure if they do a 9-inch.
I'll say that. Well, the Echo Map, the Striker you can't get pan optics, but Echo Map you can get
True.
pan optics.
What's the 93 is a 7-inch?
I'll show you right now. It's a 9-inch. I'll tell you
Oh,
what it
we're
is.
talking budget. The
I'll show you what it is right now.
9-inch is like $1,000. We're talking like $500.
This is not $1,000. It's $600. You gotta wait for Black Friday. This thing here. You hold this?
Yeah, I got you.
What's up? How you doing?
This is a 93 SB.
Hey, we got company. Bring this boat off from.
Oh, you got company?
He made it. He made
This
it.
comes right off.
Oh, Eric just rolled
Garmin
up
Echo
his
Map.
new boat.
Oh, did Eric run it?
Yeah.
All right.
If you want
But yeah, the
something
Garmin
cheap-
5-inch 7. You can't go wrong. Bang for your buck.
Okay,
you
we
want
got.
something super cheap and nice. The Garmin Striker 4.
Okay, the
is
Striker series is nice. If you don't ever want to plan on running
very
pan
budget
optics.
friendly.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about pan optics. He's talking about budget, and the pan optics is $1,400.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm just saying a fish.
Low battery.
Do you
20%.
have a portable
He's got
battery
20%.
anywhere?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get it.
All right,
Run the
guys,
live stream.
hold on. Mike's going to charge us up.
Yeah,
Somebody
we're
just
not-
pulled in here at the PB Lodge,
Yep. Oh,
and we're going to
out
show you
front.
guys.
You're out front. Okay.
We kind of have the whole back area to ourselves.
Dude, check him out. Yeah, check out. Let's show him the lodge here.
Oh yeah, here's there's a stairwell to the rooms.
Yep.
That's the logo. You guys will see it like straight from this big intersection, and hey Nick, what's the name of the boat ramp over there in the?
So it's the Dayton Boat Dock.
Dayton
where they hold
Boat
all the
Dock.
big tournaments, all the MLF, FLW
That's
tournaments.
literally right over there.
Yeah. So,
So
this is one of Nate's Custom Boats and TBNation Outdoors customers. Chris Roberts drove all the way from Colorado out here to Tennessee to hang out with us and go fishing. And he's done one of Nate's baddest boat builds.
Yeah, let's go check
It's a
this thing
badass.
out,
It's a
dude.
badass deep V, dude. This thing is freaking rad.
oh man, look,
Yeah.
we got all the. Dude, this guy put everyone's logo
Oh,
on
man.
here. Oh my gosh. Say hey, Chris. How's it going, man?
You're on a live stream.
You're on a live stream, Chris.
We're showing off your rig.
Wanna
Oh, man, this thing's even better in
look at this thing?
20-hour drive.
Yeah, this thing is even
Nate,
better in person.
can you tell us a little bit about this thing?
Yeah, Nate, you're on live, boy.
Maybe we ought to do it like on the live on the water.
Ooh,
Okay. You guys want to see that?
You want to pull out real quick just for people that are
Yeah,
watching?
he can. We can.
Oh, it's even got an alarm system?
Oh, yeah. Slide it all up.
Always. Oh, look at that panel.
That's cool.
Oh gosh. Hey guys, hit that thumbs up button. We're almost to 100.
How many we
Dude,
got?
I know
We
that
got
boat. It's all about the gunnels.
17
That
left
is
to
true.
Got it all locked down.
Hey,
Thursday.
Bourbon Brofessor, you better come up here Friday, man. We're having a huge meet and greet.
Yeah, Friday here at the PB Lodge.
PB
12
Lodge.
to 8, free burgers, food, with the boats in the water.
God,
Wow.
that is awesome.
Badass tiller.
Oh.
How's it going?
You locked her down like Fort
Why?
Knox.
I stayed in the hotel room last night.
Oh man.
No lap lid.
Oh, that is.
Rod locker.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that was. Look at this.
Yeah, this lid goes first, and this one overlaps.
A double lidded rod locker. That is insane. What time is that happening? I think it's at noon on Fridays when we're kind of starting everything.
Nick,
And I think we're gonna go till
Sorry guys,
later in the
little
evening.
readjustment on the battery power.
It's noon to 8.
Yeah, hold on real quick, guys. Noon to 8 Friday.
Which is the 8th, right?
All right, sorry about the shakiness. I think we finally, crisis averted. We were about to run out of power.
But
We fixed it.
yeah, it's the time we're shooting for Friday. What time Friday, you guys?
Hey,
Yeah,
Chris, this
12 to
thing's
8.
sick.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This thing looks better in person.
This is the best V-hole in the country right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at these gunnels.
We talked him into coming down here.
John McGurran is gonna have something to say about that. You gotta give me.
John should have came down, man. John was invited. John was invited.
Can't take credit for this.
Dang, he put us all on there.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. I can't believe he did that.
This is Chris's design. Holds a 12 and a 10, and you have swivel,
What?
Yeah.
so he can
Yeah, that's
stand
so
back there
badass.
and fly fish. And
He
put it
did
right in
that?
his face,
Yeah.
Or spin it around and point it to the front.
I didn't know he had that.
Chris,
and
is
he,
that based off like?
and
the
he put a
like,
60 horse Merc.
commercial, like,
Whoa.
I just want something I can swivel around and screens. Yeah, it's good.
That's dope.
Pretty good.
Wow.
And it was actually
And he did make this a hybrid for fly fishing. Look at that locker. That is the biggest locker I've ever seen.
it's a double lidded locker.
That is.
It was
Those are
very
all fly
solid.
rods. Ow. You hit the camera. Don't assault the audience. Okay, I see it. Okay, here we go. Initial rod locker holding the initial rods, and then an extra set of tubes all the way running up down the EVA foam to hold the really, really long fry rod. So essentially, from the very, very back, that's a 16-foot locker.
Yeah, it
Holy
holds 13s.
crap.
Get 13s in it.
That's so big.
2 day
It's
boxes.
for like 11 foot.
Those are huge day
11 foot
boxes.
fly rods.
Those are monstrous day boxes.
Yep.
We can stick a dead body in there? What gallon day boxes are those?
I think they're only 6 inches deep. They're like 10 by 20 by 6.
Wow.
And then he's got access to everything up front, all the electrical for his electronics. And
You did that box? You did that glove box there?
Well, this
Okay.
is built into the whole front's formed in there.
Ah.
He's got a sea light pole that he hooks on the side.
Ah. I'm gonna enable the flash here.
This is, honey.
Is the flash enabled?
What's that?
I'm trying to enable the flash here. It's not letting me do it.
That's your sun guard, ain't it?
There it is. There it is. Now we can
That's the
see.
canopy
Now we have
I
lights.
so-
Now we have lights.
He's got two.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a like for Chris's boat. Give him a like.
Drove all the way from
You
Colorado.
drove all the way
to
from.
Tennessee.
You drove all the way from Colorado.
Yeah, 20 hours.
Man,
You guys are troopers.
can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Here's the batteries. Got the 24 volt.
Lithium.
That's the old underground power battery.
Amped up.
Amped up. Right?
He'd already bought that from his
Oh.
other tiny.
Yeah.
What battery is that small one?
The small one's a 12 volt 50 amp hour. This one's a 12 volt 60 amp hour. That's for the fish finders. That's for the.
The alarm is gonna go off forever. That's awesome. Wow. That's big. Very nice. Very well rigged. I mean, I have a complete battery box. Yeah, just rigged. One whole rig for the batteries right in the front. That's right where I would have ran it.
I might
If
actually
that was
stick
me.
it up front. I don't know.
And this is
still tinker.
this is what Nate's boat would look like if he took care of it.
And then this is just
What are you gonna say to that?
Oh, really?
massive
He
storage.
just got this in April.
Massive
He's
storage
still
up there.
tinkering.
He's trying to say you didn't put enough fish on it yet. This is what he's really saying. You hear the tone of the inflection?
I'm gonna put a fish in it when we go take this out. I gotta go help him
It's
run it.
thanks to her that this boat is in existence. Because I built my first one up and a little 13-foot grader.
Yeah.
When we took it out the third time, and she's like, she looks at me and she's like, "You need a bigger boat."
Said, want to share what you got into it? Inquiry minds want.
And I'm like, I know exactly who to build it. So,
Okay, hey Matt, what do you mean by what he's got into it? We're giving you a tour.
How much money he's
Oh.
got into it? People want to know.
That's
a personal
do you really
question.
want to tell him how much it cost to build this boat?
Well, it's got a brand new 60
Yeah.
tiller.
that was about
That was
It's
$8
got-
grand. Yeah.
Garmin force trolling motor. He's got what, a 12 and a 9, 12 and a 9 Garmin graphs and 2 sets of Panoptics on it.
2 sets, huh?
2 sets.
Wow. Not to mention,
He's got a double on the pole. He's got perspective and straight rigging.
You know, as many times I flip mine from forward to perspective, I hate it.
So
I've wanted to run 2.
Legitimately, there's 10 grand just in electronics on the boat.
I mean, if you run 2 like that, that's unstoppable. Okay, hold it.
There's $100 in electronics on the boat.
Taking away
$10.
Hold on. Taking away external add-ons. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Taking away external add-ons.
Nate just lost it.
External add-on. Thanks, Nate, by the way, for just throwing that out. You know better than that. You tell your own wife how much you put in your boat.
Yeah, she knows.
Oh, never mind.
I spend her money.
Hold on. All right, this is going really south here. Minus the external add-ons, what did you put into the actual raw materials of the boat, like these custom gunnels, which are nice?
Gator skins.
14 grand. I mean,
That's no batteries, no motor.
Yeah.
No.
Because I pretty much had all that, and I took
Right.
that out of the Gregor and I put it in this thing.
Yeah. He built his own tiny boat, by the way, and it was a really nice one. 14-foot Gregor, full Coosa board
One of my
deck.
employees bought it.
Full Coosa board deck. How does he like it?
He fishes out of it twice a week.
Yeah, it was a really nice boat, but he wanted to go bigger. He wanted to go bigger, and so here it is.
Denny's boat.
Do you guys need help?
It's Denny's boat.
Here. Stream this.
You good? Saw you.
All right.
I'll keep talking.
Looking good.
Gator skins for days.
Oh, you can change it. I didn't know you could change
Yeah,
it.
they're
That's the RGBs. I found
2
those
of them.
LED lights in my trailer, but I don't have the controller for it.
You could do that. I just thought they were red.
No, RGBs.
Oh, I have to talk to you about these.
And they're the
What
flashlights.
do they look like green? What does it look like? That looks dope. Green looks really good. The green, I'm just a personal fanboy of green. Don't take my word for it. What do you think, John? You like the green?
He's
Yep.
representing the whole crew on there.
Yep, got everybody's name on here.
Yeah, that's all of us, man. That's the crew. Minus a few that are going to get on there, but
That was the crew as of April.
Jealous of that paint job. Yeah, that's gray is one of my favorite colors. I got
There's 3 of them have gotten that. The trailer was fully sandblasted, powder coated, new lights.
and it's got turf.
Yeah, they added turf accents to the old steps that used to be there.
Turned out sweet.
I personally have deemed this as the best we all like in this country for sure. That's been custom built.
Yeah, hit that thumbs up button for sure. We got 86. We're trying to get to 100.
$800. Yes. This boat was completely gutted and painted camo and like sitting on the side of Nate's lot.
It's
For like
got
a long time.
gator glide on the bottom,
He looks so tall.
light up bumps.
So did you.
It's got gator back underneath of it, new fenders.
Oh, it's got the light up. There you can see the wires right there going for the light up bunks. It's hooked up to the running lights on the truck.
Got a gator back bunks on right now.
We haven't even let this guy get in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been wanting to see it for a year.
88 likes.
You fin the gator back bunks on?
What's that?
The gator back bunks?
They're on.
They are.
Just gotta turn the.
They're coming on right now. They're coming on right now. What do you guys think? I'm sorry, don't want to blow up the line. What do you guys think about this boat? You like it so far? We're almost there at 100 likes, guys. We're at 88. Let's see if we get it to 100. Senate is jealous of the paint job. For sure. For sure. 40,000? Dude, it's over 40 grand for sure. That's the $50,000
The lights are the bunks are on. You just gotta duck down underneath.
Oh, they are on. You just your gunnels hold them so
Yeah, the gunnels
so
hold
tight
them.
you can't see them.
You can
Oh, there
see
they
the
are.
back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's
Well, that's good. You can't get any illegal tickets.
Yeah.
There they are. There they are. Let me flip that around. Let me flip that around to give you a better camera. That's the better camera, the more superior
This
one.
side too, it sticks out. Worked on a set of those for the 20-footer that
Yep,
they shot last week.
there it is. All right, so we will be getting more footage on this boat. I am actually gonna do a full video review on this boat. That is at 91 likes, 92, let's go. Let's get it up for this boat, 100 likes for this boat. And I'll do a full review video on it. We were gonna do it anyways, but it would just be nice to have 100 likes.
That's awesome.
See, that's an awesome boat.
And the NCB logo on the side too. This thing is
Man.
Is this a Sylvan? No,
I like this. Was this how it came?
Okay. I thought it
I like that.
like a Sylvan hull.
That was
Hey,
factory.
do you think he could get a kill shield on that? Look how that is. It's not a normal front.
It just depends on the width.
It's all gator glided now.
Oh, it is. Oh.
There's 9
He gator glided the bottom?
9 coats of gator glide.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah.
Huh.
This thing literally
Where's the?
not unhook it.
Oh, it is gator glided. Oh yeah, you can feel the
It will
slickness of
literally
it.
just slip right off between the gator back and that.
Yeah.
It fishes super snake.
Yeah, dude, this thing is a thing.
Me and Chris took it out.
Fantastic. 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 All right. All right, guys.
This thing is amazing.
Right?
I love it. I love it.
Right. Right.
Look at the way they did the bow right here.
I know.
Like perfect.
That was a, hold on, let me flip on the other camera. I keep switching the cameras. I'm just gonna try and keep it on the main camera. The way you can actually get the superior lighting in the view and the,
Well, my head's in the way too, the shadow.
I'm unable to flash. Check out, that was all custom. That was a custom bow plate, custom gunnels. He actually had them done once and he's like, no, I want them thicker. So he had them taken back to run thicker. And so you have rod mounts
It looked at the breakup pattern.
Yeah, dude.
specifically mounted.
We literally just took the 2 foot, rolled it out.
This is that one, man.
Cutting pieces.
That is it, man.
Yeah, just to cut the skins
Just to
and
show
keep,
the
yep.
edges.
I really like that idea. That kind of makes me wish I didn't buy a Mega 360 and I would have just ran 2 Garmins. That kind of makes me, because when you perspective, it really gives you, it's not as good as 360, but it's pretty darn good. Like it gives you a lateral view. It's very good.
Storage in the gunnels too. It runs all the way up.
There is. Oh yeah, there is right there.
Well, it's
What's
not
in
too-
there? It's like food?
There's snacks.
Is that like a piece of wood? Oh, that's a fly box. Okay.
Hey, Mike, you know, Chris isn't that far from both of us. I mean, he's only,
I know we had talked about possibly doing a Colorado trip, but then he was like, well, I'm gonna come down here, so we weren't gonna tell him no on that. Yeah, these are nice. Are those plush lights?
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what they are.
Wow.
yep, green flashlights.
And this is a T-lock
Those
rail.
are plush lights. Those are the
This
best.
is a T-lock, so he can actually slide T-lock items in there and latch them into the sides.
Yeah, those plush lights are the best you can get. The Amazon lights we generally use are a far cry from plush lights. Jeez. And there's where we do all the fish flipping. What do you got? What are you hooking up? Oh, yeah, you're putting on the fish finders. Okay. I guess we convinced him. I guess we
Hey,
convinced
we're
him.
going to end up fishing tonight if we keep doing this.
I guess we convinced him. Was that a 12?
Yeah.
So you got a 12 and a 9?
Yep, hold on.
What do you run the 12 for?
What's that?
What do you run the 12 for? The down view?
When I'm using the Panoptics, I'll do it for the perspective.
Oh, I see.
So
Yeah, it would make a little
perspective
bit.
on here.
Okay.
And the forward up there.
Forward on the 9 and perspective on the bottom?
Yeah.
I would see that, yeah, because the perspective you kind of really do need it. Like a 9
Yeah,
almost
and
feels
this
too
is your-
small.
This is your main one
Yeah.
that runs everything. This is kind of like just an add-on.
Okay. We definitely won't be able to see the beauty of these because that transducer won't activate until it's in water. But you can definitely see, if you can see them in real time. You can swivel that around now that we got the actual fish finders. So this looks like a computer desk on your boat.
It does remind you of like
Of an
inside a cop
ergonomic
car,
computer
like,
desk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or on the side of a cop car.
You ever get challenged by somebody in a Mustang? You want to race and you see like that in their car? You're like, no, man.
I'm out.
No, I'm all right.
I'm out.
Car's too fast for me. So that's sick. That's sick. That's a little day box.
So he has this like prop, mid-range prop.
I think we need
What's
to
that?
almost-
This is for that, the pole.
Oh.
So I got the gunnel, the rails, the T-lock.
Oh, you ran all those fish finders down the gunnel. That's smart. That is really smart because that's a lot of wiring. That's so much wiring to run those units. I mean, one of the bigger problems is where you're going to run all that wire.
Yeah, primarily I got all the
Hey, Ken McCarthy Fishing, thank you. It definitely was totally that. We were absolutely.
You do a whole video on this.
We were going to do a whole video on this thing in the daylight.
Yes.
The daylight. Both of us. We want exclusive footage of this boat. We followed it when it was getting built, and we were definitely wanting it. Oh, so you can detach that scope and mount it over here. You're running a big enough lead from the fish finders themselves to run it all the way down? Huh.
Yeah, I got the black boxes are in the center here, or in the forward.
Oh, you have a big extension. I see it now. I couldn't see it before. I can see it now with the flash on. Okay, so now you can take it back. I see. Well, crap, man. I don't know any boat ever that has done that. Not one. I don't know any boat, period, in the country. What boat in the country can do that or has a swiveling ergonomic?
It's one of a kind.
Yeah, dude, this is original stuff. That's what? I got to see this thing in real time.
I can't even take credit for half of this stuff. It's just reading all this stuff.
Like I knew I wanted the
Jeez.
11-foot rod locker for my fly
Yeah,
rod.
that's definitely an original.
And then I wanted
That's-
something so I can maneuver this around.
Wow.
And I wanted something because I mainly fish out of the back.
Yeah.
I'm a fly fisher. I'll mainly fish out of the back. Occasionally I go front, but for the most part it's out of the back. Out of the back of the boat.
I mean, the audience is crying. They're saying you're a true engineer. He's actually a pilot, by the way. But engineer on the side. Everybody's calling for a full video of this boat. They want it. They want a full video of this boat. Right. So we are definitely going to be doing that. That is on our bucket list before we leave Tennessee to document this boat very, very well. Very, very well. You got that jack plate at the Bob's?
Yeah.
Woohoo! And then it already had power tilt.
He's got another day box in the back.
Huh.
His unlock the battery compartment.
Oh, the gas compartment? Is that a plug?
He's got a seat mount there.
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
He's got 3 seat mounts.
But is it plugged?
He put tape over it to water.
Oh, okay.
But you can see he's got all kinds of extra, and that goes all the way up underneath
Oh,
the
yeah.
electrical panel.
Is this
over
a
there.
starter battery?
Yeah.
24 ms. Is it burn that out? Or you're supposed to... No, that's the MS. That's supposed to be the cranking battery. I get it mixed up. The MS. Okay. Heck yeah, man. Look at that. Is that custom made?
What?
That's by him.
No, we just plated it.
Oh, you plated it. Okay.
We added that the last minute. It was.
Man, that's...
He wanted to
That's
be able to
nice.
sit back here and see his screens in a certain spot, so we had to get the latches around it.
I see. I see. Is Eric coming?
Yeah, I think tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. I thought he was coming tonight.
This from Eric. The son. This came from Eric. It was a $800 empty boat.
I remember because I wanted this boat and it was too far away. I was not willing to make the drive for it. But I'm glad I did not, because then you guys wouldn't be able to see this. Oh, you have another transducer off the back? So you have 3 Panoptix transducers.
That's not Panoptix.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that is? You added a third one?
That's a PS22. I got it. And it'll run forward. If I'm running forward with the main motor, I can going slow.
got a
I can
problem.
see if there's
Yeah, dude, you got
a problem.
I've never seen any of that. I never seen nobody run 3.
But the-
I've never seen anybody run 2 on the thing. They just get the little perspective mount and flip it, which is a pain. I hate doing it. I hate bending. You blow your knee out. Yes, yes. I think the first people that are going to put out a system that where you can actually just flip that from one transducer, that one's going to take the market. But until then, what you did is genius. And then you ran a third one. 3, huh?
And there's a new.
You're like screw traditional sonar.
He's added a bunch.
Why
of stuff
have
since
traditional
since
sonar
he-
where you could just run 3 live imaging units at once? Yep. What are you gonna do? Hella dope is an understatement there, fishing with Nate. That's the baddest V-haul on the planet, ladies and gentlemen.
The only thing that make it
Full
better is
video
that Chris
tomorrow.
catches an 8-pounder in the next couple days.
No, Chris is gonna catch a 9-pounder and blow out Nate. Hey, whatever Nate paid the guy to have us not catch fish, tip him more. Don't let Nate go on you. Go on with the guy. Just go alone. I was like, we're on to you, Nate. I'm joking.
You were there. You filmed it.
I did. It's all right.
As long
Nate,
as you don't delete the footage, we'll be good.
We got Nate's. Is that your PB out of here?
No, 8.6 is
8.6 your PB. So you almost bought it twice.
8.7 out of Mexico.
That was good. That's good. 8.7 out of Mexico. Yeah. So this lake we saw many big fish. John might have had a 9-pounder today. Just couldn't. He got stuck in the grass.
The guide said it was at least an 8.
At least an 8.
Got to look
You got the blow up on film though. The blow up is spectacular.
Yeah. Yeah, we got that. I turned my GoPro on right at the tail end when the guide almost fouled the boat to get Nate's fish. We got that. So we got quite a bit of footage. What I didn't get, the other crew members got.
We got
Hours of film, guys. Lots and lots of videos coming when I get back to Arizona. But until then, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna go let them cool down and get situated. We're also gonna get situated. It's late out here, but you guys should check out the PB Lodge. You guys should come out here Friday evening, right? From 12 to 8. We're having our own little celebration, finishing this boat and getting together, and everybody's invited. So you show up and get some food. Show up and have some fun. Hey, Chris, we'll see you in the... Oh, he's not paying attention to me. That's all good. I wouldn't pay attention to me either. He's been on the road for like 3 days. It's got to be, what, 2 days, Colorado?
It says it's a 20-hour drive.
That's a 20-hour drive? So, yeah, I drove 28 and a half, 29. So he almost drove as far. It's definitely 2 days for him then, huh?
Yep. Yeah, he said he spent the night in a hotel last night, then just got here tonight.
All right. I did not do hotels, though, by the way. I did the toy hauler. I wanted it done. Yes. Tin Can Crew Tournament.
That could be fun at some point.
That could be fun at some point. I don't know if it's going to get done today.
No.
But, or this time, but we're talking about something possibly. By Thursday and Friday, we'll know how much time we have. This boat, we're a little bit behind schedule. Not far behind. It's definitely doable tomorrow that we could get most all of it done.
Yep.
And absolutely polish up
We'll be
by
in a
Thursday.
Very good spot, that's for sure.
Still live. Huh? Still live.
Wow.
Still live, but we're...
We're only 6 shy of the 100
It was
likes.
at like 60 something. Oh wow! And then, but everybody really liked. Everybody really liked Chris's boat.
Chris's boat's for
Chris's boat.
I didn't know he was here.
He came right now. Down the other side. You guys are missing it. Hey guys, we're gonna go check out the boat. I'm gonna go catch up with these people. But thank you so much for tuning into the lives. It's one of the best lives we've ever had, and likely because everybody was here.
Thank you guys.
And it wasn't just me talking, but we'll definitely check you guys out here on the flip side. We'll see you guys out there.